So, here we go.
With childish frustrations and complexes which the police are searching for James Thomas,
Hello. You're listening to Midnight Movie Gang. It's currently 6:18 p.m. Night Movie Gang in the EST. My name is LC. I'm here with my boy Joseph.
What's up?
What up? And today I'm in a slightly different location today. Usually I'm in my home office studio situation, but I'm out here in my living room today because some important sewing projects have to be done in the old lab. So
Yep.
we're taking it casual. We're taking it relaxed. It's so much near Christmas. I'm sitting next to my Christmas tree. The vibes are chiller.
We're in chill vibes. We're back on our bullshit, talking about these apes.
Talking about these damn dirty apes. The vibe is chill for movies that I feel like are just not chill. Like,
who knows, man?
this has been a hell of a journey. This plan. I didn't expect us to have so much to say about these. I just remember thinking like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if we did all the Planet of the Apes movies? Because as it's no matter how every interpretation, pretty much for the most part, this concept is taken so seriously in these films.
Yeah,
like,
I think that's the whole reason I enjoy them is because
it's a big part of why they work so well.
I think it's just the novelty of such a ridiculous premise. It really is the premise of a single sci-fi novel in the 60s.
Exactly. It is just a Twilight Zone, just one Twilight Zone ass premise.
It's the novelty of that ridiculous of a premise being able to let you take it seriously the entire time.
Doing so much
and get
with it.
Emotionally invested too. Avery cried at multiple points in the series.
Oh really?
Yeah.
in the Caesar trilogy?
Yeah.
Or in
Did not cry in Kingdom.
In the earlier ones, no tear, dry.
Yeah, no real tears in the originals, but they're older.
When I say Caesar, as far as the old Caesar, we're gonna get into it. How amazing Andy Serkis' Caesar is, which we're gonna talk about. I do not think discounts Roddy McDowell's that interpretation for that time.
I like them both,
and they're both great. There's a lot of cool crossover, I think, and some great inspirational elements they got from the OG Caesar, but they're very much their own thing.
I can see why this series has such a strong fan base. And I'll say now that I've seen all of them, and I have seen every Planet of the Apes movie now.
Yep. All under the belt.
I'm a genuine fan, and I kind of like that. They're all kind of flawed in their own way. None of these movies are perfect.
Yeah, no, they all kind of have little things. There's continuity errors with all of them.
Yeah, this is true.
Even within individual.
I'd like to hear some of those with the new ones.
Yeah, even within the Caesar trilogy, there's some continuity errors, but I think just pretty much each movie, just kind of still is its own movie first.
Yeah, kind of.
You know what I mean?
I'd say this has the kind of the standard trilogy thing where you have the first movie and then the second movie and then the third movie is a sequel to the second movie.
Yeah.
And then also Kingdom is here, which we also watched.
and then the video game spin-off movie. Yeah. Fucking Noah fucking John Wick
Ape
the whole
cry.
time. Ape cry. Literally, I'm just how do they make Jai Courtney an ape? Sam, what's going on? Hey, so we got dogs in the studio.
We got guests, baby.
We got dogs in the studio. Shh, what's going on?
We have some excited guests in the studio.
They must have thought there must have been someone outside.
They thought there were apes in the room with us.
Oh, they're taking over. No, they didn't like her. I'm sorry, they didn't like it's the Tim Burton apes. It's I'm sorry, it's just not as good.
Yeah, I kind of want to see a version of this story, but with dogs instead of apes. I was kind of thinking that.
Planet of the Dogs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their culture would be even more different.
Period. Yeah, no, this whole franchise is just what's called so despite the continuity errors, I think a part of it is there's such a good through line through all of them, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just kind of like the Gospel of Caesar.
Yeah.
Like it's like a story. It's almost like Dune. Where it's like this guy. It's just this guy's whole life as he leads his people.
There's
like
a lot
Moses.
There's a lot of religious elements to it, but something I think from our last episode, the way we were kind of talking about how the 70 sequels, you were talking about that it's a circular franchise with a time travel. I think the Caesar trilogy fits into that too, in that like the way I think about this franchise now, and the way that it, like how in my head, every movie I think about as like it is like the end point is the end of the first Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
like the end, like no matter what, at the end of every movie in this franchise, no matter what happens next, I always know like yep, and then that original Planet of the Apes is going to happen.
Yeah, they
like, between then and then.
I never really. I don't know. I think I was stupid, but I've seen Rise a million times, but it's been years.
Yeah. 2011. I always forget. Like
it's crazy. Like wow, that came out really early.
Yeah.
But I guess I never really like watched the originals all that much, so I never really connected. But like they set up for the time travel thing.
They do.
Like they can still do that.
Yeah.
That would have been fucking nuts in war. Like halfway through this like super grounded like battle story, there's
CGI DH Charlton Heston
like a spaceship falls from the sky.
Yeah.
And these guys come out and they're like, "What the fuck?" Nah, but they're saving that for when there's like ape like infrastructure and shit, you know.
Yeah, for exactly for when apes invent plumbing and when they invent electricity, when we get Benjamin Apeland.
Yeah. Abraham Lincoln Pamz, which is my name on Riverside right now.
Yeah,
I typed out Abraham, and then I was like, do I just put Lincoln? That's kind of boring. Is there some kind of way that we can work ape into
Linkrilla?
Yeah.
Linkortang. We're gonna get ourselves. Let's talk a little bit about. So the movies we're talking about today, we mentioned them all. When we say the Caesar trilogy, or like I kind of, or the Andy Serkis trilogy might be the most accurate.
Yeah.
I think it's what I've heard before. It's the first movie, Rise, Planet of the Apes, came out in 2011. Dawn of the Planet of the Apes came out in 2014, the best year of all time in film. And then War for the Planet of the Apes came out in 2017. So, 3 years separated. All these movies, there's a lot of time. I think that's also, I think you feel that as a strength, too, is that, you could tell in between each of these films, they really took their time to figure out where these characters are going to be in the next one. And, because they also take place, so much time apart.
Yeah.
And, so much happens between... And I think that adds kind of to the. We talk about
it's this one ape's entire life, pretty much, is being documented.
Yeah, Citizen Ape.
Yeah, pretty much.
And I was thinking a lot about kind of similar thing with Star Wars.
Yeah.
And just kind of this it's really classical grand filmmaking when you think about it, just in terms of where every thinking about the original Star Wars trilogy, each one of those movies also took place years apart in giant events, and lots of development for these characters happened between, and we're just seeing snapshots.
Yeah, the most pivotal points in the story.
Yeah, maybe with the exception of Rise. I mean, we could just far as, especially because Rise, getting into it, is the only one not directed by Matt Reeves.
That's interesting. Well, I mean Kingdom too, but yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm talking about the and then we're also talking about this other movie, and then we're going to talk not as much about Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Came out in 2024.
No, I mean you can definitely feel it. I'd say honestly, Rise is probably, I don't know, man. It's where do you rank Rise? Of these three, or do you want to wait to do the rank?
I said that we should have had our.
I haven't prepared it. I'm just gonna go off the dome, I'm gonna speak from the heart today.
I wanted to prepare it, but I need a list of all of them in front of me in order for that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
That's easy to do. Yeah.
Wait. Wait, I should have laid out all my
You
Blu-rays.
should
Actually,
have
laid
had like
all,
the note cards out.
well, no, I should have laid out all my fucking DVDs because I have them all
Yeah.
on DVD. I have them all on DVD except for the Tim Burton one, which tells me where the Tim Burton one
Yeah.
is gonna be.
Yeah.
Planet of the Apes franchise order. Here we go. I just need a list. Here we go. Oh, perfect. This is like a fucking. There are 9 movies. 9 movies. Wait, no, but that's only 8. Fuck.
But it's crazy. Like Rise is just such a solid fucking movie. Like you never,
Oh yeah.
you like it. It every time I go back to it, it's so well put together, and like every scene leads into the next like super well. It's like really holds your attention.
It's a really well done, well paced science fiction story.
Yeah.
Rise, I think, it just as far as like it's the one that does the most as far as like the reasonable explanation of like how did apes become smart, like it, as far as like I think honestly Rise feels like their answer to like, okay, how are we going to show modern 2011 audiences, how are we going to sell them this concept as realistically as possible, because as far as like you know, like its whole goal is to explain here is how the apes actually became smart.
Yeah, well, it's definitely like it seems like it like started with that, and then I don't know. I think it's very clearly trying to set itself apart from the original movies. Like, you know, like this is a new this is like reboot essentially.
100% Rises. Do you remember the first time you saw Rise?
Yeah. I think we rented it when I was a wee lad, like 15. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it like it really holds your attention. I put it on, and Avery didn't expect to like she expected to just be doing something else, but she was heavily engaged the whole time to the point of like tears, like at the
during the emotional moments.
Yeah, when Caesar gets separated from that piece of shit James Franco.
Oh, that's the first time he gets separated, and he wants to go home.
Yeah, when he's dropping him off at the
at ape jail.
At ape torture camp.
Yeah, I remember thinking like, wow, it's crazy.
Guantanamo ape.
Crazy that fucking Brian Cox has enough. Like, are there enough like people in L.A. or whatever who own who in San Francisco who own apes?
No, because he's holding all of them.
No. But what I'm saying is like, why is like.
There's a lot of apes in San Francisco. Maybe like
there's their demand for exactly.
Yeah, there's like 20 in this like testing facility, and then there's like 20 more in this ape jail.
Why is the demand for apes so high in San Francisco?
There's honestly not that much like question about James Franco owning an ape.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. All this is like bullshittery about the movie as far as like this is that's nitpicking. And so like,
you need to have a lot of apes, all right? And they're gonna come from the zoo, and they're gonna come from testing labs.
Yeah, they're gonna be somewhere. Like as far as like in its own universe, it makes perfect sense. But yeah, no, I saw this movie for the first time in theaters. I remember. I feel like so there was the local movie theater in my town, which is closed now. And when I was like, I was in middle school, or no, 2011. Yeah, I was in middle school. So I walked down to the local movie theater. I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I thought, oh, that looks cool, Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
And I saw it by myself. And when I was in there, I remember there was like a school field or something. There was like a bunch of other kids that were around.
You had a really bad like experience, or
it wasn't. I remember thinking it was that their commentary was kind of funny. Like there was a group of kids who were around. I knew my theater etiquette, Joseph.
Yeah.
I was a seasoned professional at that point. But these kids were like talking through the whole movie, but they were commenting. They were into the movie. It was like they were very enthusiastic. They
it's
were like,
impossible
oh,
not to be.
like, oh man, get him! Like, but they were just acting like they were watching in their living room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
get him, like when the
we were when we had the theater to ourselves.
Exactly. And there was this older couple that was like I was more closer to the front. These kids were all the way in the back, and there was an older couple between us. The man got up like 3 times, like to be quiet type deal. And it was a whole.
That was my experience when I saw Kingdom.
Yeah.
I had like this whole little flock of little shits next to me. Fuck.
Uh-oh. You got disconnected again.
Oh God, can you hear me?
No, yeah, but I can hear you.
Okay.
You got disconnected, but it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
Riverside. Even though we're using it right now.
I had this like whole flock of little shits next to me, like watching full TikToks, full blast on their phone.
Wow, full TikToks. That's great.
Yeah,
That's insane.
yeah, no, and I thought that was the reason I didn't hold Kingdom in very high regard.
But then you rewatched it.
And then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, I kind of dislike this the exact same amount. I think part of why I was so annoyed in the theater was I was also trying to focus on a not very good movie.
trying to lock into a movie that wasn't doing a good job at locking in. Yeah, I didn't hate Kingdom, but it definitely like it had kind of had me in the first half. And then, like the second, like it really kind of faltered. We'll get to that.
I think it's kind of the thing where like Rise is just a really solid Hollywood movie, and then War and Dawn have this sauce, this like they're just so serious, like they feel so epic. The way they're shot is really creative.
Matt Reeves is just
yeah, he's fully committed to this feeling, like because the stakes feel so high. It's like this is the future that like Caesar is in charge of. And then Kingdom is just like another just standard Hollywood action movie.
Yeah,
but we'll get to Kingdom.
Kingdom, it's a YA, yeah.
But, it feels super YA.
But I loved Rise then. Sorry, back then. Do I say I loved it? I really, really, really enjoyed the movie. I think when it came out, I didn't even know they were going to make a sequel when it came out. Really, I don't remember them talking about like, and I thought as far as like, just as it being like a cool a standalone Planet of the Apes prequel, like I thought it was pretty sick. And then coming upon watching this version, which I guess we can start kind of breaking into the plot a bit. Of Rise, just talk about some scenes that we want to talk about. I will say within the context of this movie, it's like the way I think about it actually watching is like this is a great prequel to Dawn.
Yeah,
like I think of it more in that context. Like this is a great origin. This is a
Caesar origin story for what he eventually goes on to do.
With not that much editing, you could do like a. With not that much editing, if you rearrange like a few scenes, you could have Dawn be the first movie, and then make Rise the prequel.
Where's War go?
And then War is still at the end.
Oh yeah, no, I mean there's a lot of trilogies that have this exact structure where the second and the third one are like way closer connected than the first and second.
Yeah, which it makes a lot of sense, especially because I didn't look at a whole. Actually, I watched all of the VFX behind the scenes of Dawn and War because like I have all these movies. By the way, if you can find it out there, folks, there's a great Blu-ray trilogy box set of the Andy Serkis trilogy. 10 out of 10, multiple audio commentaries, lots of special features, fucking well, and I watched all the shit on the VFX and
it's crazy.
We'll talk about it when we get to Dawn and War.
There's some moments special effects peaked in War, dude. I was like, is that did they get a real gorilla to look like that?
They could have just stopped him. There was a moment in War, I think it was like when it wasn't even an important shot. Like it was just like when they were throwing Caesar into ape jail and there was the gorilla standing there next to the soldier or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think like, the soldier handed the gorilla a gun, I think. And I was watching that, and for a second I was like, "Oh wait, no, it's not real.
That's not a real gorilla.
That's not a real gorilla. Oh,
it's insane." And then it's a massive downgrade after that. Honestly, all of Hollywood special effects are a massive downgrade after that one movie. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I guess
snow in that movie, the bloody snow on Caesar's fur in that movie.
And then
but to not and that is not to shit on.
I'll shit on Kingdom. I mean, I know it's a lot of hardworking people.
Not to shit on Rise. I'm fine shitting on Kingdom.
Yeah.
Which I don't blame the artist. It's definitely the fact that like
you're overworked.
They definitely had a fraction of the money and a fraction of the time.
That the honest, they're still
100%.
They're still really good. They're in a series that like defines where special effects are.
Yeah.
Currently, like they push the boundaries, and then to make such a safe.
Everybody involved in especially in Dawn and War were not only at the top of their game when it came to the effects, but like down to the performers like the motion capture performers and their expertise with the technology.
Yeah, it's the top of the industry.
Matt Reeves understanding, like, as a filmmaker, like, okay, how are we going to most effectively use these tools? Because he's that kind of dude,
right?
Like, he's that kind of technical filmmaker. I think that that it, more than just the actual like power of the computers, the effects were implemented perfectly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the kind of details that they showed off, like the opening shot of Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is burned into my brain forever. Just the close up of his face.
Yeah.
You know, even, and I remember in the theater
exact same way. Yeah, no, that's super. So I watched all three of the when War came out. I went with my buddy, and they had at the AMC by us. They showed all three
in a row,
like sequentially. Yeah,
cool.
By the time we hit War, I was a little monkey fatigued, I will say, because in this reviewing, this movie fucking. Or that movie fucking rules. That movie's my favorite. Yeah, movie's my favorite of the trilogy.
War is my favorite too. War,
it might be my favorite of the whole series, but we'll see.
It really is Ape-Pocalypse now.
Yeah,
they pointed it out in the movie, and I'm just like, well, yeah.
It's really just. It's not even like Can we just jump around a little bit? Yeah, we already are.
Yeah, but we are. We've been.
Like
I'll try to steer us back into some scenes and Rise, but we are. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, it's not like War is like. It's not just. Like, the story is okay, the characters are okay. Like, it's got the fewest humans in the whole series, which makes it the best one.
It's the most ape-focused.
Yeah, and I think it's just the vibes of the three. There's two shots that I noticed. I'm sure there's more. There's two shots in War that are also they're absolutely copied in the Batman, like 1-to-1. Like There's the scene. I think it's Caesar. He's walking up the ramp to, he's walking up the ramp to his treehouse, and all the apes are like turning to look at the camera as he's going through, and it's exactly the same as that shot in the Batman when he's at the crime scene.
Oh yeah. Where the cops are looking at him.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same exact shot. And then there's also a scene when the humans are invading Ape Land, and it's dark, and there's like an action scene that's illuminated by the muzzle flash of this AR-15. It's exactly the same. Oh. I don't blame them because they're both really cool ideas for shots. Like, they work really well in both movies. It's just funny the different contexts of the two.
Yeah, no, he knows what's good. Matt Reeves, who also, which by the way, I was thinking about as far as like. I don't necessarily think we have to talk about every movie, but this movie just got me really appreciating it. So Matt Reeves' first film was the original Cloverfield.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was his first
I always lose track of who the fuck this guy is and what he's done.
Batman, Cloverfield.
I didn't know he did Cloverfield.
Yeah, no, that was his first film. Which I was thinking, I don't know if we'll do it next, but I feel like at the very least that first Cloverfield, I definitely want to talk about. And 10 Cloverfield Lane. We don't need to talk about Cloverfield Paradox, but we'll down the line. But
forgot about that movie.
Yeah, everybody did. That movie forgot about that movie. Same, because I remember.
Wasn't it free on YouTube or something?
No, so it the whole thing with it is that the first trailer for it premiered at the Super Bowl that year, and not only did the first trailer premiere, but it's like, hey, after the Super Bowl, you can watch the movie. The movie literally like.
It went on streaming like immediately, right?
Immediately after the Super Bowl, after the first, like, even knowing its existence, you could watch it right there.
And nobody did.
I did.
You did? Did you?
I did. I was in college. Me and my buddy Jack, who is my movie nerd buddy, who's been on the show. He's the fish man on the show.
Nice.
We were in college, and as soon as Super Bowl ended, we met up at one of the lecture halls on campus, and we watched Cloverfield Paradox on one of the big projectors in the lecture hall.
Did you hate it?
The hype that we felt at the time really masked out. Like, it was really, I loved it in the moment, and then the second time I saw it, I'm like, oh no, this is a piece of shit. But I just had a fun time.
I'm Google image searching because I'm trying to remember any fucking iconography.
A spaceship. I don't even remember. Elizabeth Debicki, the wife from Tenet.
I cannot believe this was 2018. This feels like this happened like last year.
No, the wife from Tenet. She's a
cast photo. That's exactly what I want. And then there's like a vague image of space.
Yep. Oh, Daniel Bruhl, fucking Zemo.
Bruhl.
Yeah. Zemo, he's the leader. He's the main astronaut guy.
Sad. Well, anyway, back to these
Chris,
apes.
yeah, so back to these monks.
we were the first people to talk about that movie in the last 5 years.
Yeah, Cloverfield Paradox. Yeah, no one else will ever. We were jumping around. We were talking about the effects, the VFX of War, and how amazing. Oh no, and Matt Reeves. We were talking about Matt. That's how we got into it.
Yeah.
We were talking about Matt Reeves and his direction. Yeah. Which no, not to say like I trying to take back to like Rise is directed by Rupert Wyatt. And I looked up the other movies he directed, and
what he done.
Rise is his best movie.
Okay. It's a solid movie.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a solid, just kind of like sci-fi movie from that time. I think James, like rewatching it, I was like, man, James Franco is actually really good in this movie. Like him and Caesar have really great chemistry. Like him and Jonathan Lithgow, I thought was also really good.
John Lithgow is good. Maybe it's because of the baggage and I now hold for James Franco. Did not like him in this movie. For me, he says every single line in the same like, come on, whisper like, it's all right, Dad. It's okay. Like he says every line exactly the same.
Caesar's saying that you should come to dinner.
I don't buy him as like a leading man in general. Personally.
Oh, Captive State. That's the other movie you resurrected.
Oh,
Captive State is an okay. It's cool. Alien. It's an alien. It is a okay alien invasion movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
it's an okay. Maybe it'll be better upon rewatch. The Escapist.
Desert Warrior. Ooh, that's a bad title.
What, you don't want to see Desert Warrior?
Immediately think of like, oh, it's about the Iraq War or something.
The Gambler, starring Mark Wahlberg.
And other trailers you've seen.
Pretty much, yeah. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, that was his stake to claim. What's it called? I think I read in the production notes of Dawn that Rupert Wyatt was supposed to come back to direct Dawn, but he was working on The Gambler. And he was passionate about The Gambler, and he's like, "No, I want to work on The Gambler." What a universe!
Wow. I mean, it wouldn't have been as good. I'm going to say it. What I like about these two latter ones is the directorial like eye that they have. Like they're very.
Rupert Wyatt, if you're listening, I want you to know I'm never gonna watch your movie The Gambler. Probably.
No, me either.
But I hope.
I don't like
but I hope it's a fun time. I hope it's a fun little casino gambling thriller.
It is forever in my mind because I'm never gonna see it.
Yes. Hopefully. Good luck to you, Rupert Wyatt.
Mark Wahlberg appearing in this series.
Oh, that's true. Like it all comes back. Friend of the show.
Off of the show, Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. So to talk a little bit about just kind of how this movie starts with like so it starts off we're in the jungle. And we see some apes doing some ape stuff, and they get caught by poachers.
Caesar's got this sick face makeup, like war paint that he had in all the marketing and has for this first scene and never.
I'm talking about Rise, dog.
Fuck. We're in the forest. Yeah, bro. They all start with apes in the forest. I just realized that.
I don't want to talk about. Oh, that's true. There's a through line. But
that's what had me confused because I jumped with my favorite.
Oh, so Dawn is your favorite now. It's a tough.
Nah, I like War better.
I think that before this viewing of War, Dawn was my favorite. And I think it's just because of my
that's the same exact thing for me. Yeah.
Well, because I think honestly, War has one flaw. I think it has one. I think it drags a little in the monkey monkey jail.
Monkey Auschwitz.
Yeah, in monkey Schwitz.
Yeah, there's.
I think in weird. There's one too many scenes of like just some apes being tortured, I
honestly think for me the weak point in War is Woody Harrelson.
Okay.
I think he's he's Woody Harrelson. Like he's a fine actor. I don't know. I think the fact the fact that it tries to draw so many comparisons for itself to like Apocalypse Now but it's just not that. Like they try to make him Colonel Kurtz, but he's just I don't know. He's
The
not
character
that.
doesn't. I think the character is underwritten, and I think that
Yeah,
Woody Harrelson isn't bringing any of.
yeah.
I think that Woody Harrelson isn't bringing any of the Woody Harrelson-ness to like he's not bringing anything to the role. Oh, did you get disconnected again?
Hear me?
Hello?
Okay, cool.
Did you get disconnected again?
Yeah, I did.
Goddamn Riverside. You know what?
Yeah,
You know what?
it feels like Woody Harrelson's there for a check.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's either a thing where it's like how I can imagine in my head Woody Harrelson trying to play a villain, like he's a bit more of a quirkier kind of actor, a bit more character actory
Yeah.
kind of vibe, I think. And I think honestly maybe it was a miscast.
Yeah, he's too serious for a Woody Harrelson role. Like he's not.
Yeah, the
He's
character is, yeah.
like he's not like he'd be like Josh Brolin would have been good or something like that. Like someone who can really have
Josh
that
Brolin.
kind of menacing. Yeah, no, yeah.
Really solid.
It's funny because like War and Dawn, the weakest parts are the people.
Yeah.
And like War tries to like minimize that by having like 5 people who talk, and like that it's mostly just apes. And even still, like the people are the weakest part.
Yeah.
That and Bad Ape is, I don't know.
You don't like Bad Ape? I like Bad Ape.
Bad Ape's funny, I guess.
I
don't know.
I think when he first pops up, like I remember the first time seeing this, I got this like little Jar Jar tingle in my back.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just a bad first
Like,
impression. Like he
yeah.
makes. I
But
don't know.
I think
I think it's literally just because like he is so necessary though, like for some
To the
comic
plot.
relief, just because this
'cause war is
this
so
movie
dark.
is so fucking dour. Like
Yeah.
there's a scene where Caesar's strapped up to a cross and whipped.
Yeah. he keeps seeing the ghost of Koba
Yeah,
because Koba's like it's like some fucking Batman Arkham Knight shit where like Koba's like
Yeah.
Koba's ghost is haunting him.
it is.
in his,
Yeah,
in
his as like
mind.
his big mistake. But
Yeah.
yeah, it is. I wouldn't mind it if the whole movie was that serious and dark, but a lot of people would. A lot of people like this movie doesn't really like. It really only has one character that does anything funny.
Yeah, no, it is Bad Ape. Yeah, he's where all of it comes from. But at the same time, though, I think it makes sense for his character. Also, I think he himself has a pretty fucked up backstory,
Yeah,
and like I think that it's well acted by Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
Just as far as like him being like, yep, humans get sick, apes get smart, humans kill ape.
Yep.
And that they killed his child, type deal. Also, just like the kind of little bit of like world building there is really good too, in terms of like him being an ape that is outside of Caesar's pocket of apes that he freed, which is like a thing I didn't even think about as far as like, oh yeah, these apes are literally just like the group of apes that Caesar fucking smoked up with
yeah.
the
But this virus is spread like all over everywhere. So
yeah.
like this is just like the rise of Caesar. Like this is probably like the biggest ape colony like anywhere. They're probably all pretty scattered elsewhere. Like I can't imagine where else there'd be this many apes in one place. Even in the wild, they're like endangered and then don't really like interact with each other that much.
And there might be a question as far as like, are there any apes maybe are there any apes in the world that like the ALZ didn't work for?
Probably, yeah.
Maybe there were some dumb apes left.
There's a lot of interesting questions that you could answer in a follow-up sequel that don't get answered because it's you wanted to be safe about it.
And then they Force Awakens.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, yeah, not as what's it called? I don't think I actually. When it comes to a legacy sequel, I think as a legacy sequel, I think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes isn't as fan servicey as something like Force Awakens. Although there was that thing when he was like, "We will name her Nova." In Caesar's time, they called them Nova for some reason.
They called all of them Nova, and you're like, well, that'd probably get pretty confusing if they all have the same name.
Nobody knows why. I was so fucking mad when they killed Rocka. I really liked Rocka.
That's honest. That's a big weak point. The movie is like they
Rocka
bring
was
this
fucking
character
awesome.
in. He's the coolest character. He's the most relatable, likable character, and he's in it for 5 minutes, and then we're just bored again.
To the point for like when he died, I didn't believe he was dead.
Yeah,
when
yeah, me too, dude.
was-
When I saw this in the theater, I was like, oh well, he's got to come back. Yeah,
yeah, no, they're not gonna get rid of him. He was the best
he
part.
might be in the sequel. Who knows?
Maybe he'll come back.
Didn't see a body.
Rocca's Force Ghost
Yeah.
will return.
Nah, he's definitely coming back in the sequel.
The spirit of Caesar keeps him alive. He's joined Caesar in the Ape Force.
I'm putting this on wax. Rocca is coming back in this new trilogy.
Yeah, I have my prop from Kingdom, by the way. It's Rocca's necklace.
Oh yeah, that's pretty solid.
The window necklace. I remember seeing that. I'm like, oh, that's pretty sick.
Not a lot of props.
But okay, I do want to. Okay, we're not gonna go through the plot. There are some things about in Rise that I want to discuss that I want your take on.
If you're listening to this, you've probably seen it. Like it's huge. Like it's always on TV. It's everywhere.
Rise,
and if you haven't, then you should because it's good.
I feel like Rise pops up. Yeah, no, it's a really good, solid sci-fi film. I wanted to ask what you thought about, especially because they're talking about Rise in the Planet of the Apes timeline video that I have on in the background here. What did you think about in Ape Jail? How did you feel about Tom Felton and about Draco Malfoy? And his role?
He has not perfected that American accent, has he?
No, he definitely has
and
British American guy voice.
The damn dirty ape kind of gave me the same feeling as in Alien Romulus of like the get away from here, you bitch.
Yeah,
except it's worse. Like it's even more like out of place.
Yeah.
Like no one talks like that. Charlton Heston is the only person that can talk like that and sound convincing.
Yeah, Charlton Heston is the only person who could say that line.
You damn dirty ape.
Yeah, he's the only one with the grit.
Yeah,
fucking Tom Felton. But it doesn't.
Yeah, no, he's a real bastard. I'll say that. Like he is hateable.
It doesn't discount to me though his Caesar's no in that.
Dude, that moment is still the biggest, like, oh shit, like
the timing of the timing of like the sounds and stuff, like how quiet it gets, but then also like
everyone's I remember shocked, everyone reaction,
and all the gorillas, like the gorilla shit in his pants. Oh shit, like, and you hear a little bit of wavering in the girl's voice, and then you hear a little.
Yeah, no, it's they get across that like oh shit so well just by dropping out the sound and showing all these shocked reactions. Like this is a really big deal.
Yeah, like this is an important moment, and it's a moment that like we talk about. It's a moment that feels so religious, you know. Like it felt
it's prophesied, dude.
Yeah, it really felt like in the scene in Escape the Planet of the Apes, it lays down. And something
he said, he said one word, and it was no.
Yes, Aldo, like one word that humans had told him all his life. He said no, and like something that I think how I kind of view the Caesar trilogy is like, okay, this might sound kind of weird, but it's like I was thinking a lot about religion, and they even kind of try to break into this in Kingdom, obviously, but they don't explore as well as they should. Just the idea of like how religion and stories are warped over time. By culture, by people who like have their own biases, like to what they get out of these stories. You know, things shift, things move, things change, and this trilogy, like the Caesar trilogy, feels like this is what actually happened.
Yeah.
As far as like, you know, like in the world of like when we get to the 68 apes, like, and it makes I totally see how these real events over the course of thousands of years could evolve into like.
Yeah,
like apes, the lawgiver, the creator. You know, God made apes in His own image. You know, type of deal. You know,
absolutely.
You could totally see how it moved to that. And there's just this real quality in all three of these movies that's like I feel like I'm watching something important.
Yeah,
you know?
It does. It feels well. That's it's able to because it's about the future of like life on Earth, like in the dominant, like it's about. A life form becoming so intelligent it surpasses humans.
Yeah,
it's like it's the humans and Neanderthals. It's like the exact same thing as like
it is about a seismic shift.
Yeah, it's a takeover. Like it's a new era. It's a dawn of a new era. Like so that's what this whole trilogy is.
Yeah,
and it feels like it. The fact that they commit so hard to this ridiculous premise makes you believe it,
exactly,
and be invested. And the fact that Caesar is such like he is like a Moses or like a historical figure. Like he said, he feels he feels like he's the wise leader who they all, and every ape knows that he's the smartest one,
Yeah.
and he's the wisest one.
I think something else that has the stick, not necessarily even of the film I'm talking about now. I'm thinking a bit more about Caesar as a character. I think a big part is that like not only is everyone say he's all that,
Yeah.
you see that he's all that.
Yeah, no,
like you see just like through his how he leads and how he's like trying to build this future and how he's like trying to
he's playing chess.
Yeah, he's playing chess. He's really trying to you feel as though like if somebody is going to have the weight of the worlds on their shoulder, I'm glad it's this ape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because it could easily be Koba, who's arguably like just as smart.
Yeah, just as smart, but like doesn't have the values that are required.
He's driven by hate rather than like foresight.
Fascism 101.
Yeah, pretty much. That's honestly what.
Look at American politics. I will say
it's what Dawn's about.
Watching Dawn in a post-COVID, post-Trump world really do hit different.
It's about the rise of fascism. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But also just like the way that the disease happens, they're talking like the long-term effects. I'm like, oh, long COVID. We're gonna start bleeding from our nose and fucking
not be able to talk,
making cat screeches and shit. But yeah, so I guess there isn't necessarily as much to talk about Rise. I do want to say I think Rise has some pretty slick action sequences, like the escape from San Francisco. Like there are a lot of pretty thrilling. I like when all the there's a shot of like when the spear goes through the cop's car, and then you see up and like all the apes have fucking spears.
Yeah, I'd say this movie. Yeah, this movie has a really good like emotional highs and lows. Like it's got a really big range.
We're talking about Rise.
Yeah,
stick with Rise.
I am. It's super. Like you feel so bad for these apes, like throughout, like specifically at the end when like you wouldn't expect to like care so much about like when a gorilla fucking jumps into a helicopter and dies, but like the effects like are obviously like not quite to the same level as like it gets later on, but it's still this movie is so good at selling Caesar like and all these apes as like actual characters that you can care about.
I think that comes down to like the writing is great. The writing's great in all of them. The writing's just as great in the first one. I also, even though talking about the effects, the fidelity isn't there. But especially with Caesar, like it is an incredible motion capture performance in Rise. Yeah, like with the technology they had, and with like basing it off of Andy Serkis's performance, like you really feel. Even though it doesn't look photoreal, like this is still like a character I care about. Yeah, like you see the soul there is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, you definitely you can definitely relate to it. It's very powerful. It's no Jar Jar, but see, Jacobs was a dick. Was another thing. I'm trying to think of what more we could say about Rise. Yeah, I think Koba's backstory is interesting. If it's a little swept under the rug. The romance is sorry. Go ahead. It's weird that it honestly Koba's whole story in this doesn't really serve much in this movie. It just serves to set him up as like a good villain in the next one. Yeah, which is interesting because I didn't even know they like planned sequels for this beforehand. Well, no, they didn't. They didn't. That's wild. With Rise, maybe that's a flaw with this movie that's corrected with the sequel. Yeah, I mean and I think that honestly the reason why. It's the sequel so successful is because they got a different filmmaker on it. Yeah, like originally, when I said so it was a bigger success than they thought, Rise, and they're like, okay, they immediately greenlit a sequel because the movie all of these movies did great financially and critically. Yep. So a sequel got greenlit. Rupert Wyatt couldn't come back to direct it, so they got Matt Reeves to, and it just very clearly, I think as far as the different the leap in tone from Rise to Dawn is way more vast than from Dawn to War, and I think you can. It becomes a very different kind of movie. It's not like I think when I talk about sci-fi, Rise to me feels very much like a very grounded sci-fi story to explain how we get to the original, whereas Dawn to me feels the most Shakespearean,
Yeah.
brother versus brother.
Yeah,
Ape-
especially
ape
at the
versus ape.
end. Yeah.
Yeah.
The movies get less and less like standard like theatrical as it goes. I'd say because like the ending of Dawn feels kind of out of place from the rest of the movie. Like it's this big dramatic action movie showdown at the top of a building with like flames and shit everywhere. It doesn't feel as grounded as the rest of the movie, but it's still pretty effective.
Yeah, well, I think it's because most of Dawn is like and I think why I think for a long time most of Dawn is a big build up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first, like down to like
It's trying to avoid the inevitable, which is this
it is Caesar
war
trying to,
because humans and humans will try to kill us, and all it takes is like a little spark.
Yeah. So focusing more specifically on Dawn now, which we're trying to click to.
Yeah, so that's Rise. Rise is good. Check it out.
Yeah, so go watch Rise.
Now let's get to the real sauce.
And
The one you gotta watch is over. Now we watch the ones we
and
want to
now
watch.
the real Dark Souls begin. Look at this fucking poster. So folks online, just go to Wikipedia page for Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and just look at
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. They ride horses now. Check it out.
They ride horses now. Oh my god! I'm just looking at this post. So this poster, folks, people online, you can look at it. It's Caesar jumping over like a fucking broken shit, like a fucking some water, and there's a bridge on fire in the background.
Yeah, it's the bridge from the end of the last movie. It's burned down.
He's got a machine gun in one hand, and he's jumping this horse.
He's leading his ape legion,
and
who are also standing in the water.
Exactly. This doesn't happen in the movie. I guess we'll just crop it out for Copa. Spoiler alert for all these movies. Fucking watch them.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I like about this whole series, is like the incremental progression of these apes, and like every time that there's like some new milestone, it just happens so like casually, and you're like, oh shit, they're all like talking more now. Oh, okay, so sometimes they talk, and sometimes they talk, and sometimes most of the time they do sign language because it's easier.
And it seems like most of the apes can't really talk. Like that's only like talking is really an advanced level like thing.
And I think that's something that kind of annoyed me about Kingdom, is it's supposed to take place several generations after the end of war, and it really doesn't feel like things have advanced all that much. Like
I feel like they should be. Everyone talks, but everyone still talks kind of broken up.
Yeah, the simple English, because speaking is hard.
Yeah. It definitely doesn't feel like we would be. I think Wikipedia says it takes place 300 years.
300 years? Are you kidding me?
Wait, I think Wikipedia has a specific time. Hold up, I could be wrong on that.
It just says several generations at the start. If it's 300 years, then I'm extra pissed.
Wikipedia has a specific time. But talk to me. How do you feel about the opening of Dawn? We talk about the eyeballs.
Well, it's iconic at this point. And like I said when I thought we were talking about a different movie earlier, Caesar's got this sick skull war paint that I thought it was
300 years after Caesar's death.
That's fucking
Wikipedia
insane,
says.
and I actually hate the movie more now. So Caesar's got this sick war paint that he only kind of has for this like first.
Yeah, he doesn't bring it back.
But it's like, this is a really good opening scene. Like Caesar almost dies. Caesar saves his son from a bear, and then Koba saves Caesar from the bear.
Yeah.
So like, it's a.
And we need to make sure that Caesar's son is scarred up so we can identify him.
Yep. That's a rule of thumb for this series: is apes need an identifying characteristic so you can fucking tell them apart. Caesar's got a different face from everyone else.
Yeah,
he's the least ape-looking ape of everybody.
He's also the one we're looking at the most. Like like we see his face in Rise. It is like the first half of that movie is all his face, pretty much.
Like he done it like so.
And his eyes.
It's interesting is this series. It makes me wonder, like in the original series when it's just people in ape suits, is this what they wanted it to look like? Like. Where it's literally like we have one-to-one copied and pasted apes into the computer and onto the screen. This is just what they look like in real life. Like these are actual apes.
I think yes. One, because in the book they're just straight up apes.
Yeah.
Like in the book they're not like in La Planeta de they're and also I'm pretty sure I think I read somewhere with the original, like when they were originally trying to figure out how they were going to do the movie, at one point they considered like using like circus monkeys.
Yeah.
Like using like real chimps and like doing some fucking Homeward Bound shit, like I think
Yeah.
it was an early idea. So like I think
that would have been fucking awful. Oh my god.
I think the intention was always that these are just supposed to be chimps.
They would have put them in the little fucking clothes and shit, and they would have like given them peanut butter or something. So they're like,
yeah.
My name is Dr. Zira.
I'm Dr. Zayas, and I say no.
he's like playing with a stick or something.
Take out his brain, take out his balls.
Yeah, that movie would have sucked balls, honestly.
It would have been really funny though.
But I guess it's interesting because like Caesar just kind of, he doesn't look like a chimp. I think that's like I understand that you need him to look so much like a human to like actually get people on board with the performance, because chimps honestly look kind of scary.
Yeah.
But like he kind of almost just looks like a guy in a mask, which is ironic. Like I was thinking this during war, like a lot of the gorillas that walk by, I'm like, oh shit, that kind of just looks like a guy in a suit. Have we come full circle? Should they have just done a guy in the suit?
Oh no, again. I think a lot of that has to do with the body performance, like Caesar. So like Andy Serkis, he said in one of the behind the scenes, like because he was raised, in a human house, like he said, I almost play at points that Caesar feels like a man in an ape suit.
Okay.
Is how like
must be pretty easy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, as far as design, he definitely is designed to be the most expressive. Have like the closest human mouth. Even like his mouth is a lot smaller than a lot of the other apes. I think is a big one too.
Rocket is scary because he looks like a real bonobo. Yeah,
Rocket is the most ape looking. Maurice looks pretty monkey like too.
I do love that the original core crew sticks together from the first movie to the end.
That's true. Yeah, and there's less. Yeah, it is kind of crazy how war becomes a squad like mission movie.
It's kind of sad that Buck dies in the first one. I kind of wish that the gorilla, like it would be cool if like the donkey gorilla in the third one was Buck.
Was Buck like after all these years? I let you out of your cage. You rolled around,
and then you went back to a cage.
Yeah, no, it would be cool. The original prison squad. Yeah, that's the four player War of the Planet of the Apes is like a top down like 4-player.
They do have like a little adventuring party. Yeah. In War.
Exactly, and they pick up they pick up an escort quest.
Yeah.
They pick up a companion. But we'll get to that when we get to War. Talking more specifically about and I remember when I saw this movie took my breath, and still takes my breath away. Like it was effects wise, and also just like the how they show you, like when we go back to Ape Village, and you see you feel proud, like wow, look at this little civilization.
That's what I'm talking about, is the feeling of like wow, they've made a lot of progress. Look at them.
Just like really wow, look at it. We're starting out, and they're also like the ape laws. Ape shall not kill ape, and
that carries over.
Yep, just like apes together strong, and like I see the vision.
I see the vision.
It's Caesar's second child is born. I do want to mention it's they spent a while trying to figure, like it always, the weird ways they kind of like add certain features to, like the female apes to make them feel like to distinguish them more from, because like in real life real female apes are like way harder to,
they just look like apes with titties.
Yeah. Well, like even that, like they what's it called, they add a lot more like effeminate human features, I think. Like Caesar's wife and Dawn that like feel like a little weird, and that's why like Caesar's wife is the only female in Dawn pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then in war they add Lake, and I'm like, Lake, when the fuck you get here? Um,
Yeah, she's just around. What a
yeah,
lame character.
yeah. She, it pretty much is just like, we need female tech baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Or actually, or maybe like, you know what? The only reason she exists, is to feel a little bit worse for when Caesar's son dies, because like, I know you loved my son Lake, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so with this, yeah, Ape Village is really cool. And then Rocket's son Ash and Caesar's son Blue Eyes are out fishing, and they run across the human characters, all of our important human characters. Jason
Yeah.
Jason Clark, Mr. Generic White Man,
Boring.
as Malcolm,
Mega unrealistic asshole.
Carrie Russell, fucking Cody Schmidt McPhee,
Kid who draws.
kid who
I don't know.
autistic
And
kid who draws,
Garrett, and then when we
asshole with gun, Trump supporter man.
yeah, most unlikable man in the world.
Yeah.
And then the actual person who should have been the human protagonist is back at Human City.
Exactly. He's back, the
The
best
actual best actor and most interesting character in the movie gets like 3 fucking scenes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Gary Oldman.
But anyway, so so Carver, talking a little bit about this scene. I really love this so all the apes roll up on this little human pack, and there's this little moment of tension where Jason Clark is like, these apes don't seem like normal apes.
Yeah, no kidding.
They're riding horses and shit.
Yeah. And then the first time we hear an ape talking in this movie, I love that they kind of repeat the impact of the no from the first movie, with Caesar going go, you know.
Yeah, and everyone's like, that ape just spoke.
Everyone's like, oh shit.
It's interesting to me, like, because this also informs the audience that, like, it's not really widely known that there's like this pack of intelligent apes living in the woods. Like that was just like a thing that popped up on your news feed, like right before the real big shit started happening. Like, that a bunch of apes escaped and ran across the bridge. Like, yeah, everyone would be talking about that, but then it's like, oh, people are like dying from this horrible disease.
Well, I mean, the opening of the movie, before the Caesar eyeball shot, during the opening titles, we do get The Last of Us. Like sequence that explains like, there was a disease, and then this happened, and then this country break, and then quarantines, and then so like this is like right as like basically this is like so a lot of people died from the virus, and where we're at with humans right now, and the reason why people is it seems like there was a state for a while where like the humans that were immune kind of just like scattered.
Yeah.
Like, or the like
society collapsed.
Society super collapsed, and now it's like people are trying to organize to get to get back to quote unquote real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a now, because now this is a post-apocalyptic series. I think that's part of why I like it better once we get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Is I think I prefer the setting. It's a more interesting setting
than the modern world.
I will say, Jason Clark and Jason Clark's character's wife are the most boring fucking thing in this movie.
Yeah,
they have
generic whites.
I just want to fast forward. That's what I'm saying. It's like this movie would be way more, because Jason Clark is such a fucking like goody baby boy.
Yeah.
This whole movie, who's like, I understand. Like, we need to behave with empathy. With
#human ally.
Like, yeah, exactly. Like, I think it would be way more interesting if Gary Oldman was the protagonist, and Gary Oldman and Caesar were both of these like leaders just trying to do what's best for their people, like kind of trusting or distrusting the other, and like I think that'd be way more interesting than this like my character is I am good guy. He is. It's honestly like I say all these movies have flaws. Jason Clark and his wife are the biggest flaws in this movie.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
his
it's a
forgettable son.
Yeah, for me, it's like, I don't know, how amazing the apes are done to me just like overshadows.
Yeah,
like the apes. All of the apes do enough acting, and all the ape scenes and stories I think are just like are more than double worth the human bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just that when I'm watching it, I just want to fast forward those parts.
Yeah. Yeah, they go, and then we get what's it called? I wanted to ask you. So the next cool scene I want to talk about that happens is Caesar rolling up, Caesar with all the apes rolling up on the human colony.
Yeah.
And once
Yeah,
again,
that's the point when we're like, how the fuck? Oh my god, there's like hundreds of them.
there's like a shit ton.
There's like a city of apes.
Yeah.
There's way more than I thought there were earlier in this movie.
No, for sure. I mean, especially because I guess there's some ape suburbs outside of the core. Caesar's little ape central.
Yeah, there's like a whole municipality.
Exactly. Multiple probably. Maybe he's got like scouts living in
ape districts.
Yep, in the different ape districts. But that's a cool scene where they roll up. I want to ask what you think about what do you think about Koba's character at this point in the movie? Like early, because we see little seeds of like he immediately disagrees. Like we got to crush the humans. We got to fuck them up. We can't let them do their shit.
Yeah, Caesar's son kind of goes down the alt-right pipeline a little bit.
Yes, he does.
He gets like radicalized by Koba throughout this whole movie. No, Koba's a really good character. I like him as kind of like this, like
anti-Caesar.
This foil to Caesar. Like he's just as smart. He came from the same place essentially, except Caesar saw like the best and the worst sides of human, and Koba just saw the worst. Like, and he saw worse than Caesar did.
Yes, he did.
He's motivated. Like he's got a lot more baggage when it comes to humans, and he
feels justified to a point.
Yeah.
To a very specific scene, in my opinion, but like he's very justified to a point, and that definitely.
He's kind of a sneaky little bastard. Like you don't really know like to what extent his loyalties lie until that. I think you're thinking of the same scene.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking about like he really lets it go. Well, I guess there are two scenes. The scenes I was thinking was later on when he throws Ash over the fucking 4 stories, and he's like, apes, follow Koba now. It's like, okay, you're not really working for the betterment of apes. You're just mad with power.
I had figured like, well, because like he's not. Yeah, he doesn't care about the betterment. He shoots Caesar. That's the scene that I'm talking about. Is when he assassinates Caesar.
Yeah, ape kill ape, ape assassinate ape.
Ape assassination. Ape assassination. We got to get all these out of the way because we're never talking about this series again until the next one comes out.
Yeah, until Planet of the Apes 10, AVP ape. AVP versus ape.
AVPVA.
Yeah. But what's it called? But yeah, no, his motivation. I really love how they going into war. Like I love Caesar kind of seeing his ghost and being haunted by, and also the lesson that he represents as far as like like what Caesar's journey really is in this movie is like his first movie. The first movie is him accepting his ape side and really embracing, becoming an ape. This movie is him realizing that just like apes aren't infallible, and like that's really his lesson. And then the next one is I don't know him learning to live with the hate in his heart, I guess. But yeah, so what else in Dawn is there too?
Jerry Oldman turns in a beautiful performance. He
has like 2 scenes.
He has a scene that made me tear up.
The iPad scene.
Yeah, it's the iPad scene, and then they do the exact same scene 2 scenes later with Caesar. They do the exact same scene again.
Oh, once again, the whole reflection thing. Like they get to have the same moment.
Yep. See, that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, it would have been better.
What is this guy doing here? What? I don't care about Jason Clarke, the character. I don't know the guy.
I mean, he's always played like a wet noodle. Like
yeah, I remember he was in Chappaquiddick, and the only thing I remember about Chappaquiddick is that I saw it, and that's literally it.
He plays John Connor in Terminator Genesis.
Oh yeah,
and he's really lame as John. He's the lamest version of John Connor.
Yeah, I've always known that he played John Connor, and I've never understood why they picked him to play John Connor. He does not look like John Connor.
Well, that confirms we need to do the rest of the Terminator movies then.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the next series we got to conquer.
Yeah, we got to all the 20th Century Fox made for adult like monster sci-fi movies we gotta get through for sure. It
Right.
sucks because there's only 2 good ones, and we reviewed them already.
Yeah, Terminator and Terminator 2 are good, and then there's the other ones.
There's the other ones. It's Terminator 3, Terminator 3: Rise of the Machines, Terminator Salvation, Terminator Genesis, and Terminator Dark Fate, the Tim Miller one.
Oof. I guess we gotta.
Yeah, we do. From what I understand, Terminator Salvation is actually not that bad. Christian Bale is John Connor in that movie, and it's entertaining. But anyway, so back to the Apes, to Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I think there's some nice little moments between we see, so outside of Caesar, and we kind of see throughout this franchise that Maurice also kind of has a soft spot for humans. Like, you get the sense that, like, especially, like, I feel like when it comes to kids, because, like, in this movie he has some nice little time with Jason Clarke's weird drawing son.
Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah, he's like curious about their culture, and he's
Yeah.
asking them like all these questions because orangutans are the wisest of the apes.
Yeah, because they got the biggest brains.
Whenever
Maurice
there's an
was
orang-
Maurice is a homie throughout all 3 of these. Just want to say.
Maurice is my favorite ape, and then they just brought back a Maurice substitute for Kingdom,
Yeah,
and he was also the best ape in that movie, except for Proximus.
and then they got rid of him. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I need more orangutans. Orangutans are my favorite ape in real life.
Yeah, it's interesting how there isn't like legions of them, and whereas like I feel like in the original movie, in the original franchise, actually, like there was always a solid amount of, like, there was kind of an equal amount of the 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like orangutans are not the, maybe it's because like I feel like people are very chimp centric nowadays. I think
Yeah.
it's like mostly chimps in these.
It's all chimps. These kids these days, they love hot chip and chimp.
Yeah, they want all they want is hot Cheeto and chip.
Chimp and lie.
Yeah. What's it called? Yeah. Also, another thing with Rise of the Planet of the Apes is like it also feels like kind of a reflection of like a little bit of a play on like when you hear about like, you know, like we both watched the documentary Chimp Crazy, like, you know, you hear about people who own chimps and like
Yeah.
you know, insane things that happen. You know.
Yeah. That documentary is actually supplemental to this movie series.
Exactly. It's required viewing.
If you watch that series, you'll understand Koba's point of view a lot more.
100%. This is what they've done to us. I like that Caesar's like sign is just like a little C above, like putting a little C above the horizon. What's it called? This movie Dawn. But yeah, no. So basically, so we didn't even.
Power.
The broad story is that the human beings want to restore power to the city, but there's the hydroelectric dam that would power the city is in ape territory.
Yeah, they basically have to work close together.
Yeah,
and they don't trust each other because they know the humans love killing monkeys.
Yeah, a human already shot one of the.
Yep.
One of the apes, Mr. Asshole,
And they,
Carver.
Yeah.
Who's racist.
That guy sucks. Like that guy is comically like they made him the most hateable character in any movie.
He's a Trumper. He's an anti-vaxxer. He's also like the way it's. You can't look at this movie now in a post-COVID world. They talk like the simian flu. Simian, you hear that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Chinese virus. You know,
yeah,
like,
that's what made me think of too.
Yeah.
But they have to work together. They have to work in close proximity to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like it's honestly it's just Caesar trying to avoid war for the entire movie. Like he's like, I'll concede this to them. They piss him off, and he's like, "You leave now. Like I'm never come back." And then they win him back. And it's just, and then everything seems fine, and then Koba kills Caesar.
Yeah, assassination, ape tempted assassination attempt.
Like,
Koba.
It honestly is like Julius Caesar a little bit. Like it's
100%.
It's like, oh no.
Yeah. And then it's pretty nightmare. See, I forget how fucked up it gets. Like when Koba leads the apes to the human.
Yeah,
the human
dude, it's
camp.
fucking aping Private Ryan.
Yeah, no, it's fucking insane. There's so much. It's a thing too where it's like I forgot how like it's. I feel like in the more Hollywood, I mean, it's like maybe something like Kingdom, like it'd be more goofy, like apes being like flung off the horses and stuff. But no, it's just like they're shot.
Yeah, they're
and
like dragging each other. They're like wounded, and
Yeah,
it's like
no,
this is. It's because his Caesar's son, who's not Cornelius.
Bright blue eyes. I keep wanting to say bright eyes with blue eyes.
Yeah,
It's a bad name. Bad name.
yeah. Bright Eyes is Caesar's mom, and also Charlton Heston.
Yeah, and Charlton. Yeah, Taylor is.
Yeah.
We also named her Taylor.
I don't know why. I forget what I was saying, but it's fine.
It would Kingdom of the
Oh
Planet
yeah,
of the
no. It's Bright Eyes goes down the right wing pipeline from Kova, and he's all hyped up for war because he's like a young man who hasn't seen war doesn't know like that he doesn't want it.
Yeah.
And then there's like the Saving Private Ryan, like the fully deadpan serious ape slaughter scene.
Yeah.
When they rush the gates, and he finds out he doesn't actually like war.
Yeah, he finds out, man, this kind of sucks.
Yeah.
This
But yeah,
was like glorious and shit.
they take the human city, and then Koba like assumes control of ape kind, and he starts locking up political rivals like Maurice.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, no, he locks up the Caesar worshippers, the people in Caesar's.
It literally is like it's a rise of fascism in ape world.
100%. Oh wait, I want to make sure we don't forget to mention Koba's whole thing. So like they raid the armory because like basically like they're loading in, the humans are loading in a bunch of guns expecting the apes to attack from a nearby base, and Koba finds out about it, and he kind of what's not befriends, but like he starts to fuck with these two human goons.
Yeah.
These two guys who shouldn't
Fucking
be
Harv and Marv looking ass.
yeah, these two guys who shouldn't be the ones guarding the guns.
Don't you know there are smart apes about? Why are you putting the morons in charge of the guns?
Why the fuck didn't they up the security when they? Because basically Koba is checking out the guns, and he gets caught by these two goons, and what is like a funny and also just like showing you the intelligence of Koba, like he's kind of starts acting like a dumb monkey, to trick him,
Because he knows like this is what humans want. Like
they want me to be a fucking. He like starts acting like a circus monkey doing cartwheels.
he
and
makes himself unthreatening.
blowing raspberries and shit so that they won't shoot him. And he comes back a second time, and he's still doing the same shtick. And I'm like, would these guys not be like, hey, there were apes sniffing around here. Maybe we should up the fucking guardage instead of
They're comically stupid.
these two yokels. But here's the thing though. Even though the scenes are well done, they're funny, and then also like it turns on a dime when Koba fucking like shoots one of them fucking point blank.
It's pretty cool. It was in the trailer. I remember that.
It was like the turning point of the trailer, and it's a good one. And I think it still works well in the movie because in context it still hits.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Koba is such a cool character. I really like Koba a lot. I think he's the best villain in probably this whole series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think as far as like other villains.
Dr. Zaius. There's
Dr. Zaius. Fucking what's his name? Dr. Huslin.
Yeah, that's the
from
other guy I
Escape.
thought of.
He was a fucker.
There's the gorilla guy from 2.
Aldo. There's Aldo in battle.
Tim Rothape is fun, but that in a completely different way.
Yeah, Tim Rothape is just a fucking in a completely different.
Yeah, he's
and
in a
then
different movie from everyone else.
And then Proximus is up there.
Proximus is good. Yeah,
Proximus might be like number 3 favorite or 2, like because Proximus is
Proximus. Well, yeah, we'll get to Proximus, but he's the best part of that movie in my opinion.
I don't think he's as good as Koba. I think a part of why I think Koba is such a good villain, why he works so well, is because he is pretty much the perfect foil to Caesar.
Yeah, and he's got like history with him.
Yeah, no, just like just the betrayal. Like I said, like I mentioned Shakespearean earlier.
Yeah, it's so dramatic.
You know what I was kind of thinking about watching this movie and War, like, and hear me. So we just got Predator Badlands, which proves that like we can go into Predator lore and it can be cool. Can you imagine Matt Reeves doing like
Yeah,
taking
dude.
on like a Badlands style like
I want this. I want the sequel
for Predator Badlands to be
to be set in the city from that one shot in Alien vs Predator 2. I want Matt
oh
Reeves to
yeah,
direct it.
exactly. No, ooh, wait, yeah, no, fucking Matt Reeves directs a wolf predator movie.
Yes, yeah.
Like Matt Reeves directs a movie about on like some crazy mission. Actually, Matt Reeves directs Alien vs Predator 3. The fuck am I talking about?
God damn. Can you imagine that taken 100% seriously to like
so
make
good.
it look like art?
It'd be so good.
I actually do want to see that so bad, and we're never ever gonna see that.
Never see Alien. Yeah, no, Alien vs Predator is not. Well, actually, it's especially proven that because we look at Kingdom. Kingdom
Yeah.
is as good as it can be.
Yeah.
Kingdom is as good as like a serious take on AVP could be. Which like folks at home, if you're hopping into the show recently and you know how much we love Alien and Predator. But yeah, no, Matt Reeves should do a Predator movie. Was the long and short of that. But yeah, then what else happens? Caesar comes back. We revisit Caesar's house from Rise, and then it's like, hey, folks, if you watch this movie and didn't see Rise, then you're going to be a little confused.
Yep.
And he finds a videotape of James Franco.
And you're gonna be like, oh shit, is that James Franco?
It's like, oh boy, I forgot about it. And did that part make what parts of this movie made Avery cry? Did that part make her cry?
Yeah, I think both of those parts made her cry. And then, oh man,
A lot of shit.
yeah,
that
the Gary
tugs at the
Oldman thing
heartstrings.
made me almost cry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So when they restore the power, Gary Oldman sees like pictures of his kids on his iPad.
Yeah,
And
it's very symbolic, and it's a beautiful little movie scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, Gary Oldman should have been the protagonist, and I'll die on the hill.
100%. And then yeah, Caesar's alive. Bright Eyes comes back. And Bright Eyes is like, hey, I figured out fascism isn't cool. Please come back. Oh yeah, and like
Yeah,
I
he
said,
starts like a little mini ape revolution, while Gary Oldman is waging war. Like we're full blown in a war between humans and apes now.
yeah, at this point, war has already begun.
Yeah,
See-
exactly.
See next movie.
That's a pretty good Caesar.
Yeah, I've well,
I like Caesar's old voice personally.
see Caesar.
We will rain down hell upon you.
Roddy McDowell. You can be the Roddy. You can be the Roddy McDowell Caesar, and I'll be the. No, I stim all the time. Like Courtney, because Courtney finds it funny.
It's a solid Caesar.
But I stim his line when he goes home. I do the home, family, future.
Man, Andy Serkis is a national treasure.
It makes Courtney laugh. Yeah, no, his performance can't beat it, and
For
especially
whatever
'cause
country he's from.
he says in the there's a behind the scenes in War of the Planet of the Apes. There's a bit where it's Andy Serkis talking about how like how often as an actor do you get to portray a character's whole life?
Yeah.
You get to portray a character at the beginning, at the peak, and then at the end, and
The
like
whole and it's a monkey too. How often do you play a monkey his whole life? Probably even less likely, less common.
Fun fact, connecting back to Attack the Block, another of Midnight Movie Gang. Definitely check out Attack the Block the movie. Also go check out our episode on after you watch the movie.
Yes.
But the guy who played and did all the stuff for the aliens and Attack the Block, Terry Notary.
Yeah.
He plays Rocket
Oh.
in these movies. He Terry Notary plays Rocket, but he's also like the main like coordinator for all of the ape actors. Like
Okay.
he kind of like he's like the main Andy Serkis is like has Caesar I think, but Terry Notary is like kind of in charge of like the general monkey. Like he trains all the stunt people like how to walk like apes and
That's
how to
pretty cool.
like he's the monkey. He's like the lead monkey.
But
guy.
Andy Serkis, like, trust me, I already know how to be a monkey.
Well, it's like he knows Caesar, but like Terry Notary is like he's such like when it comes to like any kind of
Realistic,
motion capture stuff,
yeah.
like he's played a lot of animals and like I said, Terry Notary was also King Kong in Kong Skull, like in the new Kong
Okay, yeah.
Skull Island. He's Terry Notary. He also was Gordy in Nope.
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
Another
I didn't know
famous.
that.
You need a monkey guy. You call
Man, that must be such a sick thing. I love when people just find like their very hyper specific niche in Hollywood like that.
Yeah, he's the monkey guy.
It's like, yeah. A lot of movies need monkey guys. We don't use real monkeys anymore, thank God. So
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm a monkey. I'm a big monkey guy. You need a monkey guy, you call me or Andy Serkis. But nope, most people can't afford Andy Serkis, so they get me.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Well, Andy Serkis also does a lot more than just being a monkey guy.
Yeah, he's like a director now.
He's a director. He's a real actor too.
He's a writer. Yeah.
Yeah. He does a lot, and he's also he's been doing this longer. He also somewhat, I remember seeing thing. He also somewhat invented motion capture as a as kind of like a thing, because originally I found this out actually from the behind the scenes of Rise of the Planet of the Apes. They were just talking about a little bit of Andy Serkis' history. So he only tried out for the voice of Gollum.
Yeah.
When he was playing, and apparently when he was testing, because they always tended to be CGI, but they didn't think they were going to do motion capture. They as they were watching him do the recordings, like, wow, his face is really doing a lot. Like, we want to see if we can somehow implore his, like, use his face.
That's interesting.
They kind of like developed so Andy Serkis is kind of almost like the pioneer of motion capture on film like this.
That's sick.
Like a lot of the initial technology stuff were invented around him as Gollum. Almost like by accident.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's a fucking legend, and I love that it's so cool that, like, it honestly, that's a cool story because it just stems from him just being a good actor.
Yeah,
like he found his niche just by being really good, and then he got all this experience doing mocap, and that got him more niche work.
It's really a thing where it's like on a technical, just looking at a technical level with Dawn and War. Like how much you really see just like how much work and how many little details, and how also just like how much of a collaborative process it is to bring things, because it is dozens of artists, and it's also like the on site, people like with the camera, like they think about like how they're thinking about like how are the CG elements going to interact with these real world elements and stuff, and like it's it's just such an incredible fucking feat.
It's it's an achievement for sure. Just in sheer like people coordination.
Yeah.
Like any movie is a fucking miracle when it gets done, but like something like this, with all these artists, all these effects houses, all these actors, and then to actually make a story that's compelling and interesting, it's like fucking lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, I honestly think these movies were just like. These three movies were the peak of like, this is the peak of what Hollywood, like if you actually give people the proper time, like with a big budget, what happens when you give people the proper time and freedom of focus to be able to make the art, and it's just
but then Kingdom is the opposite.
And then Kingdom is it has all the problems of a modern day Hollywood, but I still think Kingdom is above a lot of the schlock. But we'll fucking get
there. Yeah, I guess I agree.
Last things with Dawn, the final fight between him and Koba is pretty cool. Just like if things are on fire, they're up in the air. I like the final thing. I like the whole final thing where Koba. After fucking cheating, trying to kill Caesar multiple times, when Caesar has him and he's like, ape not kill ape, like trying to, Caesar's like, yeah, no, you can't, you shouldn't kill me, I'm an ape, and then Caesar goes, you're not an ape.
Yeah,
like, I thought it was pretty.
Whispers it in his ear.
You are not ape.
Yeah, but it's cool because he regrets it in the next one.
Exactly, and then that haunts him, and then because. This franchise understands like, oh, these characters, what makes these characters feel more real is like, oh, they have trauma, we've seen that trauma.
Yep.
Caesar just he feels so real in that, but yeah, Dawn ends we tried. He's like, I thought we had a chance for humans and apes to coexist, and then I had a dream that little ape boys and little human girls.
Yeah, no, the battle ends, and I think it feels like a rewrite, because they were planning on a sequel, but
I think at this point they knew they were making a part 3.
Yeah, probably. But what's his face is like, we've been ordered to pull out because the whole fucking military is coming to kill your ass. I know that like. I know that humanity is holding on by it's honestly it's exactly the same. Like War and Battle for the Planet of the Apes have like a lot in common.
Yeah. Wars is like they looked at Battle of the Planet of the Apes being like, we can just make that good.
Yeah, what if we made that cool? Like, because in both of those, it's like, what? Why would the military be interested in, in just like in a situation where humanity is hanging by a thread and like barely is able to is like everyone's starving to death and just trying to eke out a living? Why would they send troops to go kill apes in the woods just because they're smart?
Why is this such an important thing? Well, I think at this point the rhetoric of I think a lot of the humans that are left and a lot of the militaristic groups, the guerrilla groups that are left are pretty ape racist. Like they blame the apes for the flu.
Yeah,
they blame the apes
because of what they named it.
Because of the simian flu. I mean, you know, people are that dumb. We know for a fact
this is true
that people are that dumb. But yeah, no, they're ape racists. Also, I mean, I do think that like they probably encountered other pockets of intelligent apes out there, you know.
Yeah,
maybe not as big, like Caesar feeling like the biggest. But yeah, so
I mean, I guess like, isn't it retconned in the second one where it's like, we're like a rogue company.
I find it really funny that you're referring to War of the Planet of the Apes as the second one.
The third one, I don't know. Yeah, it is kind of the second one though.
Rise. Wow, it's like it's a duology. Well, I mean, it adds on to what I said as far as like, you know, I really think about Rise as a prequel, like as like a separate entity, you know.
Yeah, no, Rise is a prequel because Boar and because Dawn and War just lead directly into each other.
Yeah.
I know it's like
well,
it's like 15 years or something, right? Like
I think it's 8 years if I remember.
It's a long like they're fighting that whole time. Like
yeah,
there's a war with humanity happening that whole time, and honestly, like for why?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the. I'm trying to get to the page.
War. Dawn's cool because it ends with the same shot as I Hope Begins, which is what all good movies do.
Yeah. Oh, it's only been 2 years. There's only 2 years between. Yeah, so pretty much.
Yeah, but it's 2 years of war.
Yeah, and Caesar's aged by war.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we get to fucking props for Dawn. I'm trying to think.
Man, I don't know.
I
With these super grounded movies,
the ape doctor's little mask thing is kind of cool. Fucking. Oh, I'm trying to think.
What do they have?
The humans don't have any fucking.
I'll have that big board with the ape rules. And I'll have the first thing you see when you walk into my foyer.
Exactly, just like a big a mural, the ape mural. There we go. What did I say? I'll go with. Oh wait, no, I know what I want. I know what I want. I want like maybe a poster, like a print of the drawing of Caesar that autistic kid draws of him when he's recovering in his house.
Yeah,
like he draws like a little like portrait of Caesar. Good. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take like that piece of notebook paper like in a fancy frame.
Do you know what this is from?
Yeah. That'll be my thing. So yeah, so now fucking War. Yeah, and I really love the introduction of like it start like when the kind of beginning text is explaining what's going on, like we see like the soldiers just going through the jungle just fades in
with all the funny sayings they have written on there.
Oh yeah, no, there's all sorts ape killer.
Yeah. Bedtime for Bonzo, I think, is one of them.
Bedtime for Bonzo. They have the A. What's the AU stand for? Is it the human? It's like the
AU.
Alpha.
Oh, it's like Alpha and Omega.
Alpha and Omega.
It's like the symbol for Woody Harrelson's like cult.
Oh yeah,
the cult company of
war
soldiers.
Cult. It's branded onto some of the trader apes, and then I completely forgot about the donkeys. And
yeah,
like,
the donkeys are like the most interesting part. Like when you first see it, you're like, "Oh
What the
shit,
fuck?
really?" Yeah. So like we see these humans like kind of trudging through the jungle after we've been told they've been fighting these apes for 2 years, and they see some apes in the distance, so they like get down and they call command, and then this fucking gorilla shows up and is like, he puts his hand on one of the soldiers' shoulder, and you're like, oh shit, they found him already. But no, it's painted orange and it's got donkey written on its back in Apocalypse Now font.
And he's got like a bag full of guns, and he's giving the soldiers guns and shit. And
Yeah,
like, what
dude.
the fuck?
Yeah,
And,
so it's like they've got apes working for them as like ape detectors and like pack mules and shit. It's a really interesting concept.
And you're like, how do we get here? We get some explanation of it where basically Caesar has a little explanational scene where he's interrogating. So they have a big battle, and then Caesar shows up, and all the apes are like bowing to him, and he's older now, and he's at his most fucking war torn, you know. He's his most metal. And basically we get a little explanation with the donkeys where Caesar's like, yep, they're still loyal to Koba, and also he's like, they're still loyal to Koba, but then the donkey goes on to explain that like we're doing this because you're gonna lose, basically. And like we'd rather be pets than dead, essentially.
And then he's like, they're afraid of what I'm gonna do to them if they come back.
Exactly. So yeah, no, it's a real fucked up situation, you know.
It's like a full war movie, honestly. Like
the whole thing is more than the last. The last one ends as a war movie, whereas like this is full on. We are in wartime the whole time.
The last one is like the entire time is just diplomacy, trying to avoid war, hoping it doesn't happen, and then this is like the actual consequences of what Koba did.
Exactly, like the just the in the shit of it, and like with all of them, you know, it's just like you see, like, yeah, this totally makes sense why this world is going to turn into fucking Charlton Heston. But yeah, what's it called? Caesar releases one of the humans that he captured from the little skirmish, which wasn't a fucking good idea because it ended up killing him. Let's see, what's it called? Oh yeah, we Caesar's son has his love interest, Lake, which we were talking about. She has little fucking braids, little Jedi braid things, because we need to make sure we know that she's female. But
little girlfriend.
Yep, Caesar has his little son too, Cornelius, which, you know, nice little
How'd you think
throwback.
that name, Caesar?
What do you think? Where'd you come up with that one? And then Caesar's wife, who I don't think they ever named Caesar's wife.
Yeah, there's a whole arc it's funny, in Dawn, there's a whole arc with Caesar's son. Mm-hmm. Like, what side's he going to be on? Like, who's he going to be loyal to? Like, is he going to be a good leader when he grows up? Is like, there's like a whole, like, the fate of everything falls in, like, who Caesar's son has been following, and then this one he just like dies as a plot point.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I forgot about that. I forgot a lot.
Yeah, it is shocking.
I think this is only the second time I've seen. I think I saw this movie in theaters, and then I never watched it again.
Yeah,
I think.
That's exactly how I did it too. We honestly have had the exact same experience when it comes to Planet of the Apes. Sequels.
we have the same takes. Yeah, well, because I think it was how do I put it? War is a slower movie. It is. It's a War of the Planet of the Apes is a slower, more like contemplative kind of thing. Whereas like Dawn is this.
It's the movies get less and less commercial feeling as they go.
Yeah,
like they're obviously all like big budget Hollywood like blockbusters. Like they're not art films, but like like they get a little more serious with each one, and they get a little less like crowd pleasing-y.
They get less normie friendly for sure.
Yeah.
Dawn is almost like Dawn has this almost fantasy element to it, or like this kind of what's it called? This kind of like I don't want to say fairy tale, but like almost like this like legend, like Dawn is almost like you feel like it is this story that happened. It's oh, I know what it is. Dawn is like about this big story, I think.
Yeah.
War is a lot more War is just kind of like a revenge film, you know? Like after but basically yeah, Caesar's wife and big son get killed.
Yeah.
The Woody Harrelson kills him, and what I love the shot of like Woody Harrelson, like you just see it's nighttime.
Yeah.
It's nighttime and he's wearing his like face makeup and he's hooking up to come out of the waterfall.
Yeah.
And he just turns around and it's a close up of his face as he sees Caesar coming
And he
around
sees
the corner.
Caesar, he's like, oh fuck, I bet that's the one I was supposed to kill.
I was actually rewatching. I was rewatching that specific scene earlier today, and the music in that scene is great. There's just some slow drums, like
there is so much drama in this movie. Like,
yeah,
that's I think like Dawn has it too, but this movie is so. I think you said it right when it's like biblical, where it's just, everything feels so important.
Yeah, and I think a part of it too is because it feels so important. Honestly, because I think it starts from a pretty personal, small place. Like as far as like the plot really gets going when like Caesar sends all of his apes to like go like to this rendezvous. Like I'll meet you there or whatever. Like go.
I'll take care of the dragon.
Pretty much. And Caesar's like, I'll meet you guys there. Like I'll go. I have to go kill Woody Harrelson because like he's going on a revenge. That's what it is. Like I have to go kill Woody Harrelson because he killed my family.
He killed my whole life. Yeah.
You know, like take care of my son.
Yeah.
And then and then it becomes like a bit like the squad journey. So yeah, Rocket, what is
Maurice?
Rocket, Maurice, and what's the girl's name? You're right. It will be
a gorilla.
And then a gorilla who is not Buck. You're
not
right.
Buck. He's only in this one.
Get 6.
Yeah. And then they also have Winter at the beginning, which is like a cool new albino gorilla that we haven't seen.
Winter is cool.
Honestly, all these there's 3 major gorilla characters, and they all are like the most real looking apes in the whole. I don't know what it is about these gorillas. They look like real fur. I think it's the fur. And I think it's the way the light interacts with the skin on the face and the amount of wrinkles that they have on their faces.
They're the biggest of.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that has to do with something too. Like maybe you buy the size a little bit more type deal.
There's something about it, and I'm gonna sound like a nitpicker or something like that. And this isn't a criticism, because there's really literally no way to fix this because it's like a paradox in itself.
It's a brain thing.
But these effects are so good in these movies that it's honestly distracting for the rest of the whole. Like, what was it?
You're like, God damn, that looks good.
I think so. Patrick H. Willems, who I've talked about before on this show, he's like one of my favorite YouTubers.
I've been watching some of his shit recently.
He's great.
He has a really good video about legacy sequels. That came out recently. That I watched. It made me want to rewatch Matrix Resurrections because he had an interesting take on Matrix Resurrections I didn't think about. I'm like, oh, I gotta.
Yeah, I really like the way he looks at movies. But I think he made a movie about digital, or a video about digital de-aging in movies. And like his ultimate thesis was like, it's cool, it can like, but like at some point you're watching these scenes, and instead of like paying attention to like what the characters are saying and what they're doing, you're thinking about how good that deep fake looks, like how good the de-aging is, and you're judging the effects, and that's 100% of the time while I'm watching, especially War, because the effects are so good and convincing. I'm like, wow, that looks real, instead of like actually, like, it takes me out of it. But there's literally no fix for that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I will say to that point, I'm never going to be offended as like I'm never going to feel that feeling with Apes. I understand that feeling with digital de-aging. But I think the thing with digital de-aging though is that like I fundamentally hate the idea behind digital de-aging anyway. I also hate the precedents behind digital de-aging in that like, you know, the better this technology gets, the less incentive studios are going to have to like hire new actors.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
really is ultimately like kind of what it comes down to.
We did not need Robert De Niro in The Irishman to play a fucking 20-year-old version of himself. The moment digital de-aging becomes quote unquote perfect, I don't know. Psychologically, I don't know if it can ever be perfect in the sense where it's like, then again, the moment it becomes perfect, every movie is just going to star young Harrison Ford.
But the thing is, though, here, I think what's going to matter though, the future generations, is that like our future generations going to look at a TV. Are they going to know that Harrison Ford's face is like an old face? You know what I mean? Like, are they going to know if someone doesn't know what Harrison Ford, like, doesn't really know Harrison Ford and sees a deep fake of young Harrison Ford that is so convincing that you couldn't tell? To them, it's just it's just some guy,
That's
handsome man.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I don't
which
know.
is a
I
scary
also,
future.
yeah, I also don't like the concept of it. Just get new actors. Like,
Exactly. Make new shit. Bring in new people. And when it comes to legacy, see what happened to the good old days of casting, like Solo, a Star Wars story. I guess killed younger casting of older characters. That's Solo, a Star Wars story is the last major like movie I could think of where it's like there's like a legacy character known like for very specific actors where they recast them young. I can't really think of any other franchise film that's done that since Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah, now we just get the same actors again.
Yep, but digitally de-aged. Maybe fucking Furiosa is the only example I can think. But then again, like Furiosa from Fury Road is not Luke Skywalker.
You know, George Miller was originally going to do the digitally de-aging. I got this from that video I was talking about. They were looking into digital de-aging, but I think it was because of the price partially, but it was also like it would have been really complicated with all like the different settings that they were working in, and I think it honestly just. It's so much better that they didn't do because there's literally no reason to do it.
Yeah, just like hire the right actor. I think Anya Taylor-Joy was great.
She was great, yeah.
You know, like, and I think I also like buy like they look similar enough, and like even then it's just like that's when it comes to live action film in particular, that's just like a piece of like that's a piece of the art.
Exactly.
Like especially when it comes to something where it's like there is nuance between different people playing the same character, like I'm trying to think of
I like different versions of things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Reinterpretation stuff, remix, and that's what it's all about. Like
this series is a different imagining of the Planet of the Apes franchise, like
exactly, kind of thing.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, like it would kind of be shit if like they literally that's the feeling of like what if they just literally recreated all the old movies, I don't know, with like digital effects, like digital ape suits.
It would be the Tim Burton one. It would be like deal. Yeah, it would be a lot like that.
Yeah, it'd be fucked up. But back to the movie. So Caesar's on his vengeance quest. He's all serious. They run across two dead soldiers and one soldier who is not all the way dead, and he can't speak. And it kind of starts the beginning of the little mystery here is what's going on with humans are bleeding out of their nose and losing the ability to talk.
Yep.
And it's something I like about that too is that we bring a bit more of the sci-fi back, I think, with that plot element. Then because I feel like Dawn is the least sci-fi of the three. Like Dawn is way more of just kind of like a political story.
It's just like a political rivalry essentially.
Yeah. Whereas, like, I feel like in War does more for the world building than Dawn does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's talking a little bit more about what's going on worldwide. And then they find, the deserter soldier with his little daughter who, you can put together, like, oh, yeah, she got sick, and they wanted to kill her because Woody Harrelson's been killing all the sick people.
Yeah. It's pretty good. So a lot of this movie takes place, like we said, in Apeshwitz. Which might be insensitive, so I'll stop saying it. But
sorry, folks, it's just an ape prison.
Listen, man, I say stuff, and it. Well, anyway,
let me take this out.
No, it's fine. I don't care. Okay. I honestly don't think Apeshwitz is that offensive. No. But a lot of this movie it does slow down once we get to I think it's kind of a retelling of the first one, right? Of Rise. Where it's
symbolically, for sure.
Yeah,
he's in a cage again. Yeah,
he's got to save his people again, and now it's just like it's the end game content instead of like the beginning. Like it's way harder.
That was the tutorial, motherfucker.
And Woody Harrelson has a couple scenes like where it's kind of like Caesar kind of represents like, well, if you kill me, I'm a martyr, so you can't kill me, and you can't hurt me like too bad, or else you'll like start a riot. So like they're like
There's a bit of a balancing act.
Yeah,
going
him and
on.
Woody Harrelson are kind of having this like almost power struggle,
Mm-hmm.
and it's almost interesting. I'd say the movie gets a little less interesting once we get to the ape prison.
Yeah, no, it's. I just think there's one too many. Like, I think the I don't know, the fucking how fucking rough it is fair. Like, it feels like a dangerous environment. It is kind of things like, man, this place fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And I think that we're just here a little too long. Like,
Yeah.
I think about like
Too much
of
of the movie takes place here.
I think there are a handful of scenes in Ape Prison that you could cut out. Like the biggest, like they make a whole. There's like a whole scene where like one of the gorillas is getting whipped, and Caesar's like telling him stuff, and then they whip Caesar, and it's kind of like a whole big. That whole big segment, I feel like, could have been condensed down a bit. Also, same thing with like what's it called? Like when Caesar's trying to get his food and water for his apes or whatever, and they hang him up there overnight, and he sees the vision of Koba and stuff. Which like, what sucks about that though is that I like whenever he sees the vision of Koba, but there is kind of just a lot of like we're getting a lot of torture and like a lot of like just showing us how shitty things
They're
are.
starving us. They're not. Yeah, they're not feed like they make like little incremental changes for quality of life in the prison, but it's like we know that ultimately, and spoiler alert, we know that like this is actually a rogue group that the actual military is going to come and fuck up soon.
I think these are all very well done scenes, but I think that as far as like it does slow down the overall pace. This can be in the ultimate cut, or what is the extended cut of War of the Planet of the Apes. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly. I'd be cooler with it there for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, none of these movies are perfect. They're all flawed, which is part of what makes them charming.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like all the how do I put it? Yeah, no, I think all of the even like with this, like I don't call the pacing in this that whole slowdown a bad thing, especially because all of the scenes are great. I think it's a thing where it's like, you know, you give up some great scenes for a tighter movie. It's like it's the same kind of thing as far as like I'm thinking of this just because I'm looking at my VHS tapes now. Like the extended cut of Aliens versus Alien, or Aliens versus the Aliens extended cut, where like in the extended cut of Aliens they add all this stuff on the human colony before the aliens attack. Yeah. Like you see like Newt with her parents beforehand, you see like people wearing tiny workers, and it's all these scenes are really well done and great, but I do think that they slow the movie down as a whole, even though like I like those scenes, and whenever I rewatch any version of Aliens, I imagine those scenes kind of still being a part of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we're in Ape Prison for long. We can talk. We mentioned Bad Ape earlier. I like Steve Zahn as Bad
Ape. Yeah.
Yep, and I don't think he gets annoying. I think it's just the right. The peak is when he's looking backwards through the binoculars. Honestly, so small.
Yeah. It it for me it like rides a razor's edge of being annoying and funny, but at the point where I'm probably just. I don't know. I think he's fine. I think Bad Ape is fine. I think he's necessary for the story to not be too dour.
Yeah, definitely. Like it could be. Yeah, it gets. I think that might be initially like why when I first saw it, I'm like, damn, this movie is really really dark, and I didn't want to read it. But now, I don't know. Now I guess in my bitter age, like I really am nourished by the. by the depths of ape manity that this goes to.
True.
And yeah, no, and speaking of a lot of my favorite effects, simple, but like a lot of my favorite effects thing, snowy blood on fur. Yeah. I think it's really like when Caesar's there.
They perfected fur in this movie.
Yeah, it looks. I can go out and touch it. Like there's parts where like I'm looking at fucking some of the gorillas for like I can feel the fucking like the scratchiness and like the oiliness on this fur.
Yep.
Or Caesar, like I could feel a crunch.
Yeah.
You know.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. The fur. I think that's what sells the effect so well in this movie is the fur, and honestly the skin too.
Yeah.
The skin they nail. Yeah. This was the peak of Hollywood effects and it's actual objective proof that effects have gotten worse because
Yeah,
the same
no.
series now looks worse.
This to Kingdom, there's, and I think, well, and I think it's a thing where it's like, with Kingdom especially, you can tell in certain shots, like, yeah, the technology's there, because I think there are a handful of scenes in Kingdom and a handful of shots that look just as good as War, but War overall, like, for the most part, like, keeps me there, and I think it really just goes to show, like, the thing that's lost is mainly time, like, time and money.
Yeah.
Like, studios do not, like, producers and the studios do not respect the amount of time and effort that it takes to do this work.
Yeah, they don't. They honestly don't respect effects people at all.
No, not at all. 100%. And it's a mark. These things are only getting more. It's just a thing where it's like the only people who can afford to, in terms of time and money, do these effects is James Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely. And I am not watching those new Avatar movies. I'm sorry.
Avatar 3, Fire and Ass.
These movies are for me, if I'm watching like movies that are mostly effects, it's going to be this or the new shitty Godzilla movies that I can't get enough of.
Yeah, those ones are fun. But what's it called? More monkey.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I like the ending of this movie.
Yeah.
The last scraps of the military show up to take on Woody Harrelson's military cult as like the apes are escaping.
Yeah, and Caesar's like, nope, I gotta go back.
Yeah.
And honestly, I really like the final scene with him. Maybe it's because Woody Harrelson can't fucking talk.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson caught the thing that like the people the whole thing that caused the military to turn against Woody Harrelson is he was executing people for catching this for developing this new like talking strain thing.
The new long-term, the newest iteration of the virus.
Yeah.
That makes it that people can't talk, and Woody Harrelson catches
now he has it. Yeah.
And Caesar's about to shoot him, but then Caesar Caesar also sees a picture of Woody Harrelson and his kids.
So he's like, "Nah, you can just do it yourself, man."
Yep, and then Woody Harrelson shoots himself, and it's fucking dark.
Yep.
And then there's a big crazy avalanche.
Yeah, after Caesar gets shot with an arrow.
Oh yeah,
randomly.
By the guy that he saved.
Yep.
R.I.P.
Poetic. But yeah, the big huge avalanche happens, and all the humans die, and all the apes live because apes can climb trees and humans can't.
Yep, they climb on up. And then they make it to April. They travel across the desert.
They travel to the original location of Planet of the Apes.
Caesar leads my people across the desert.
Yep.
Caesar fucking parts the desert and leads his people to freedom.
Yep. And then there's a beautiful scene where Maurice is talking to Caesar.
They're sitting on a cliffside.
Caesar fucking dies right there.
So, and Caesar dies, and it's beautiful. And then like, I think it's kind of crazy that like they don't show you. The camera kind of pans up and away as you see Caesar's children and everybody start to go towards Caesar, like that noticing. And the movie ends on that, and it's like, wow, it really is like we began and we ended with Caesar.
Yep. That's with his mother first, and then
And then that's a perfect trilogy that no one ever talks about.
Why wasn't the next one about fucking Cornelius? What the hell? Why do we never get a movie about Cornelius?
Why are we going to see him grow up to become Roddy McDowell?
Yeah. Deep fake Roddy McDowell.
Deep fake.
Oh, God. They would, too, wouldn't they?
Yeah, 100%. But, yeah, no, that trilogy was perfect. War, I'm trying to think.
Beautiful trilogy.
I think my prop is maybe any one of the soldiers' helmets at the beginning.
Yeah.
Fucking
man, I want
the helmet that had the human logo. That's what I want.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I think I want like, can I get like the 3D model of the donkey gorilla?
Yeah. His whole get up with like the.
And I'll just 3D print that or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Those are the good ones.
Bad Ape's coat.
Yeah, Bad Ape's in his hat.
Yeah, his whole get up. But yeah, those were the really good ones, and then we move on to Kingdom.
Fucking 28 years later.
20. the Bone Temple comes out next month, which
I'm so fucking excited.
Folks look forward to that
Yeah.
episode that's happening.
This movie, honestly, in my head, is like PG-13 28 years later meets the second Godzilla X Kong movie, if that makes any sense to anybody. It's exactly what it is in my head. Because they have, if you cross the two over, honestly, Dawn specifically, they must have had The Last of Us like in their like lookbook when they were, because it looks exactly like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
all the sets look like exactly like The Last of Us.
Just the overgrown urban environments.
Yeah, they must have referenced it at some point because it's literally 100%. The same. Anyway, this now fuck Caesar. Now we have Noah. 300 years later, for some reason, 300 years have passed, and I guess we have like agriculture now.
Yeah, so
and that's like, literally it. That's all that we've developed.
Yeah, I want to say quickly before we get into the plot of this thing, just talking a little bit about. So I remember seeing the trailers for this movie and it looked mid, and I never saw it.
Too.
This viewing. This viewing was my first viewing of seeing it, and I want to say this point. I think I like this movie more than you did. I started it and I'm like, wow, this really is a lot better than I expected. Like as far as like, Noah is a wet paper towel, but I like the new world they've developed. I like seeing this like little Falcon kind of society. I like the design of all the environments and stuff. Even though like, so something with the Andy Serkis trilogy. There's a solid amount of those movies were shot on real locations. Yeah. Just with actors in mocap in those locations. Whereas you could tell the Kingdom, like, this is all
digital environments.
This is all on a soundstage. Yeah, like all of this. But as far as like, I really liked the kind of opening with Noah and his two friends climbing the abandoned buildings, getting their Falcon eggs.
Yeah, it's alright.
just like, visually speaking, I think
it reminded me a lot of the Proving or whatever in Horizon Zero Dawn. Like this whole movie feels so YA, it's insane.
YA zoom, and a lot of that goes to, and I want to talk about that too. This movie is directed by Wes Ball, and Wes Ball is, and you can from his filmography you can see he directed all of the Maze Runner movies.
Yep.
And he is the director of the up and coming Legend of Zelda movie, which makes
I can see after this one.
I totally understand why they chose him, as far as like we need someone to do a kind of ancient world with some tech, slick adventure kind of thing,
with a lead with no personality.
Exactly. But I think the problem with here's the thing, this movie, and I like the Maze Runner movies. I don't love them. I like them. I think when it comes down to it, like Wes Ball is a very modern style action. I think he helms the action well. The action is all really. I think the action in this movie is solid. Like everything is very. You can see what's going on. You can tell what's going on. He just doesn't. I think that when you compare his filmmaking style to Matt Reeves.
Yeah.
Matt Reeves almost feels like he's pulling shit from the 70s.
Yeah, he does.
He talks about like the movie Seven is like one of his favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I can absolutely see that.
You go back and watch Seven, you can see a lot of his filmmaking language he gets from movies like that. And Seven is like borrowing from noir films and like those 70s introspective things like Taxi Driver,
absolutely,
and things like that. That. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like Matt. I was just saying his name the whole time. Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves is taking from this like historical classic place of like classic cinema and like this old kind of the shit that we love. Whereas Wes Ball very clearly is a gamer boy.
Yeah, he kind of feels like a gun for hire. This movie feels kind of generic.
Wes Ball is a worse version of Dan Trachtenberg.
Yeah, he's what Dan this movie is what Predator Badlands could have been.
Exactly.
In the somehow darker timeline than the one we have now.
It could have been this mid, because Dan Trachtenberg also very clearly has a gamer background.
Yeah.
But he still knows, but he loves his Vigi games and he loves putting his Vigi game stuff in there, but he still knows like the important elements of making like a compelling movie. And especially I think when it comes down to, I think the problem is with these with like coming at, because very clearly there's a video game thing in mind. I think what Dan Trachtenberg remembers is that, in a video game, you don't need to do as much to make the viewer player care about the main character, because in a video game you're playing the character.
Yeah.
Like, the character is me. Like, I don't want to fucking die. I don't want to get killed by robot dinosaurs. Whereas, like, I feel like Dan Trachtenberg understands, like, no, we need to do stuff to make you give a shit.
He's got to at least be Kratos.
Yeah. Gotta at least make him Kratos.
Can't be Link. He's got to be Kratos.
Yeah. We'll see how West Ball does with Zelda. I think the pictures they released look good. But anywho, so just talking a little bit about the background for that. Yeah. So it's like, as far as like, I see what they were going for in this. Overall, I had fun with it. I think it is a step above a lot of the like Hollywood schlock we have right now. Like, I'd watch this over pretty much any Marvel movie release in the past like 8 years.
Yeah, I guess I'd agree with that. I don't know. I think because I can't help but compare it to the Caesar trilogy that came before it.
Oh yeah, compared to the Caesar trilogy, it's
all I can see is that drop in quality. And it feels very generic. I really, really don't care about the lead characters except for the one who's in it for 5 minutes and dies.
Raka's so cool.
Raka's cool, but he's in it for very short. And then I think the strongest part of this movie is Proximus. I think Proximus is a very cool antagonist. He's got he's performed really well. He's like very intimidating.
Yeah,
and he makes sense as like
he's got a good design.
Yeah, he makes sense as a guy who's as like a leader. Like
why people would follow his.
Yeah, he's like a driven leader. Yeah.
Yeah. Played by Kevin Durand, the character actor who only plays a dick in everything.
Yep.
Like, if you look at this man, so Kevin Durand did the motion capture and voice. If you look at his filmography, he's only played a dick in everything.
He's in Austin Powers. He's in X-Men Origins Wolverines.
He's the Blob. In X-Men Origins.
As an asshole, yeah.
Yep.
Devil's Knot. He was in Noah, ironically.
Yep. Yeah. But he's also had like a lot of TV shows. He's been a big character actor in a lot. I mean, look at this damn TV filmography.
Man, good for him. And he did a really good job as Proximus.
Yeah.
Proximus is I'd say Proximus is my favorite part of this movie. Mm-hmm. He's in it. Like we only get it's a real like adventure because we only really get to the actual conflict in this movie between
halfway through
Noah and Proximus after we've got like a little bit of development for Noah to begin with. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's only in it for the second half, and I think his Proximus is cool, but I think his whole arc is really lame. You know what I think
they get rid of him. Spoiler alert. His death was very unsatisfying.
It's very lame. I think part of why this movie is so disappointing is because the Caesar trilogy, every entry of that felt like it was progressing like all of Apekind's story like really far. And this movie, like, nothing really fucking changes from beginning to end except for this one village. This one village of like bird catching apes.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like, come on, apes would have found guns by now.
They would. Yeah, exactly.
The whole conflict is Proximus wants to get into this massive bunker for the military because he can get like big weapons, but like they had guns in Dawn.
Yeah. We already been to that point. Wouldn't they have passed down those guns? Maybe.
Like, what is the ultimate conflict? Is like, oh, are we going to progress apekind before they're ready for this technology? And also, it's like, oh my god, and humanity has almost died out. And it's like, it's been 300 years. Why is humanity even still like a factor in this story?
Yeah, 300 years does feel a bit too long, especially
for them to be like hiding out like in bunkers and shit.
For them to still be in that stage, yeah, I feel like within that 300 years, there should have been the remaining humans that haven't turned into feral humans. I guess.
Yeah.
Should have like
echoes.
Echoes. Yeah.
Horrible name for feral humans.
They couldn't call. We call them novas. Yeah. No. The timeline feels a little too short.
It does. I want listen, this might be like me being like Western brained or whatever. I wanted them to be wearing clothes. By this one, it's 300.
The apes. That's true.
I
Yeah.
understand like ape cultures, like they like to climb trees and what like, and there would be no reason for them to like develop shame for their bodies or something like.
They don't need shoes.
But like, put clothes on. I don't know. I think they look exactly like these apes are so similar to the ones we're left with at the end of war that like this could have been like 20 years later and it would make perfect sense.
28, like you said.
28 years later, yeah.
28 years later. What a crossover that would be. Ralph Fiennes is going to
All the feral humans are nude and have giant wangs.
No, all the apes were dressed like the Jimmy Colt. Like they're dressed in the tracksuits and the blonde hair.
They're doing somersaults and shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, the timeline. Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like it's been too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't necessarily have to. So long story short, with the first half of this movie is basically some bad apes attack Noah's bird clan, and Noah is going to free his people, find out where they took them. And also another important factor, though. Actually, I do want to say this movie opens up with like, and I didn't know that this was going to happen. With Caesar's like funeral, basically. Yeah. Like we see a little bit of like right after war, and immediately I can tell. Oh yeah, the CG ain't as good. Yep. I just watched this scene.
Instantly recognize that it's worse.
Yep.
And honestly, this scene doesn't need to be in this movie at all. Like it doesn't really affect anything. Like Caesar is an ancient memory at this point that's like referenced like Jesus essentially.
Yeah, no, they talk about Caesar's legacy quite a bit throughout this, and really that's kind of. The movie feels like it wants it. You know what? Now, the more that I think about it, for how much they talk about Caesar, like and Caesar's legacy and like kind of the messaging of him, I feel like the movie doesn't. It kind of goes lukewarm on it, in that like by the end of the movie, that whole thing doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it's like they talk about
doesn't.
Like. Oh yeah, Caesar.
I kept expecting to hear that Noah, like it's. I guess it's implied that Noah's like a descendant of Caesar because he's got the same eyes and the same birthmark, and
he's got the same. He looks close.
He looks like Caesar, and
they took the Caesar character model.
They'll probably reveal it in the next one or something, and
they moved a couple of sliders on the character.
Yeah,
just they started with the Caesar preset.
Less interesting looking Caesar.
Yeah,
But aside from that, like he really has nothing to do with this plot. Like they except for like this debate about like what ape kind should be like and how far apes have fallen. Apparently, like I guess Caesar didn't end up doing a whole lot of good for apes.
Honestly, I thought the direction it was going to go was going to be that Rocca was going to come back and tell people like, hey, this Proximus here is telling you the wrong shit.
Yeah, this is like, not what Caesar taught. Yeah,
that's which is like I to a point where it's like when Rocco was bringing all that up, and I thought that was going to be a major part of the movie. Part of me was like, oh, that's kind of lame. They're not really like in the sense that like, oh, this movie kind of isn't getting its own identity at that point. Like it really like in the sense of like. But it's like, well, hey, I love Caesar. I love that trilogy. Let's see what they do with it. And then they abandon it, but what they replace it with is not it.
No, yeah.
Where this movie ends up in such a lukewarm place.
It does. The whole movie just feels lukewarm. Like I said, like something interesting. It might have been interesting if it ended with Proximus actually getting his hands on tanks and shit.
Yeah.
That would have been a cool place to end it, but. As it stands, it's just like we're gonna rebuild this one village, and that's the ultimate resolution. Is like now I'm in charge.
They kill Proximus way too. They kill Proximus way too easy.
They do.
Koba took
really lame ending.
Koba took a lot to take down. Woody Harrelson took a lot to take down.
Yeah, this movie has the least humans.
What's Woody Harrelson's character's name? I don't think we called him his character his actual name. We were just being like it's
Colonel Kurtz. Oh, do you remember Ape-Pocalypse Now? The big graffiti under. It's like I saw that and I was like, yeah, I know what you're doing. I know you're trying to make a Colonel.
They call him
just
the
his
Colonel.
That's why
throughout
it's
the whole-
forgettable.
Yeah, no, because that is the most generic
Kurtz.
ass fucking.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but the Kingdom has the fewest humans in the whole in any movie in the series.
They just have May.
They did their William H. Macy is here for a little bit.
And Frank Gallagher, which he took me out of the movie a little bit.
Frank Gallagher.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, he was the most. I feel like another thing, minus James Franco, I feel like in the new trilogy they don't use like super big actors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, for the humans,
It's
and
true,
which
yeah.
is
well, it's to save money for the special effects.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm almost like William H. Macy being this like house human for Proximus. I'm like, this is taking, especially because he's still kind of talking like Frank Gallagher too. But then again, I don't know.
William H. Macy spoke, and I was like, what the fuck? What? Why are they still talking? Like,
yeah.
what? It's been 300 years. This doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's still a thing. Like, so I guess there are some humans who are immune to the long COVID too.
Yeah, I don't know where this series is going to try to go. Like, the ultimate endpoint of Planet of the Apes is supposed to be apes rule the planet and humans are now feral and do not speak. Why are humans still even like is it just like a mandate in Hollywood that you can't, like, because like Lion King doesn't have any humans in it. I don't understand why this can't just have like feral humans running around.
So yeah, just what's it called? Let me see if we can, so looking at the on the Wikipedia for Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, looking at the future column. So this movie was started the intention is for this movie to be the beginning of a new trilogy.
2027.
So yeah, so as of 2024, it is said that a new Apes film is in development for an expected 2027 release. And yeah, the way this movie ends, I'm not really.
It's probably just started post-production.
I'm not really curious about a sequel, you know, like when it comes to like
No.
Even though at the end of Rise, when I saw Rise in 2011, I didn't think there'd be a sequel, but I always thought like, yeah, but there's plenty of room to do so.
Yeah.
Like,
I would be so hyped for a sequel if it ended with Proximus and driving off in a tank.
Yeah. Ooh, if Proximus survives it, because he just gets dropped off into the water and shit.
Yeah. Same
But
as
by
Rocco.
the bird. So they could bring him back. Dan Trachtenberg's Planet of the Apes. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd like to see them actually try to do something interesting.
Yeah. Dan Trachtenberg
Predator versus Planet of the Apes.
should just
Hey,
do all of them.
Maybe the
versus
next one can be another big time jump, and there's
PvP.
there's like phones and shit or something by this point, and then
Ape phones.
then that rocket that was supposed to go to Mars crash lands, and we actually get like an interesting sci-fi story again.
Maybe I wouldn't mind them doing a kind of thing where it's like, they bring in more, maybe like different astronauts.
See, that would be cool if we didn't still have fucking talking humans.
Yeah, no, they could do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd want to see, especially how do I put it. I wouldn't mind them scrapping these characters altogether because I don't give a shit what Noah's gonna do next.
No, I don't care. Yeah, I'd be happy if they scrapped it and then like another 300 years passed and we have the ending of the Tim Burton one where it's just exactly Earth currently but with apes.
Yeah, we get closer to your thing. Like
then we get a remake of Escape.
Yeah, 3 anthology ape films. I think could be cool.
I prefer that. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Overall, with Kingdom, it's just it would have been a good ape video game. Like it has all the
I would have played that.
It has the markers of such.
I probably would have liked it if it was a video game.
Yeah, I mean it's a thing where it's like it just doesn't. It's tough to compare to like I said. I still think it has more like there are good moments. I think there's really good action.
Yeah.
I think that Noah is a character has nothing written for him on the page. He's not necessarily like he doesn't piss me off. He's just boring.
Yeah, he's nothing. Yeah, he's like an audience insert, but that only makes sense if you're playing it like a game, like you said.
Bring Rocca and Proximus back, and then it'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I think as far as let's see let's try to. I think we are at the point now where we can try to rank. Which initially I said I wanted to have something prepared, but
Yeah, I'm gonna need
neither
the
of
full
us,
list in front of me.
neither of us did. So yeah, so let's get like Planet of the Apes films. Oh wait, there was a page that had Planet of the Apes franchise. Try to do so talking about. I think Tim Burton is 0 for me. Tim
Does
Burton,
not even 1 is 0.
or no, yeah. So like here we go. But yeah, so the 2001 Tim Burton Planet of the Apes is my least favorite because I think even the worst of some of the other ones still I think really get the core of this franchise and
Oh man, we
understand.
haven't watched the television series or the animated series. This is an incomplete viewing.
Return to the
That
Planet
looks
of the
looks like Hanna-Barbera crap.
Yeah, wait, hold up. Return to the Planet of the Apes.
An animated series.
Yeah, Apes the Animated Series. 1974 Planet of the Apes. Oh, look at that.
That looks bad.
Folks at home, just like look up Return to the Planet of the Apes and you'll see some of the shit from it. Oh, damn, Zayas, where you get your hair, dude? Yeah, so yeah, Tim Burton's version to me just misses the mark the whole lot, I think. And also at the same time, like Mark Wahlberg is just such a terrible protagonist.
Yeah.
Like he
ruins
because
it.
he doesn't give a shit
Yeah.
at all.
He's
but
not a good actor. He should stop being in things.
What's your worst movie? Or do you want me to go through I think the rest of my rankings?
Yeah, go ahead and do yours.
I'm going to try. Okay, so
Worst.
let's see. Worst Planet of the original, and then
You know what? I think I'll say Kingdom is my least favorite.
you prefer Tim Burton over Kingdom?
I would, yeah.
Interesting.
Just because Kingdom is like at least the Tim Burton one has like some interesting things I remember. Mm-hmm. Kingdom just feels like a worse version of the Caesar trilogy. Like it doesn't leave me any kind of impression on me. I was so bored the whole time. At least like I like the production design of Tim Burton's a lot more, and I think it's funny. I think Tim Roth Ape is funny. I think it's at least funny. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's valid.
I wasn't expecting that to be my ranking, but it is.
I think that after, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna put Kingdom higher. So like, Tim Burton is the worst one for me. Next up, I'm gonna say Battle. Battle was just boring to me.
Yeah.
And I also think that Battle kind of in around just doesn't kind of doesn't go anywhere. It really lollygags.
I 100% agree with that.
And then actually, I as I'm going through it, kind of think, so after Battle. So the next two, and I don't necessarily know which order is Beneath and Kingdom. Beneath was boring to me, but I will say the story, the story of Beneath went in really interesting directions. I think that I do like the return of I do really like the ending of Beneath. Really like at the end, like
the
how
ending
dark
of Beneath is batshit insane.
It's
But
yeah,
I
fucking
agree.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
And just the boldness of like ending on the explosion on the white light. Like,
Yeah.
yep, and then the world ended.
Credits, get out of here.
yeah,
I like honestly like.
And
I don't think we've mentioned it or talked about it, but
Beneath
like,
has a cool tone.
Yeah, it does. But like these movies, these 5 original movies, were not like these were B movies. Like the first one was a success, but the rest were like not like highly regarded films. Like they were like
did
B
bad.
movie like sci-fi schlock in like the age of the Hollywood Renaissance.
The Midnight Movie Gang movies we're here for, really.
Yeah, which honestly, like, I think that adds so much to their charm because they're taken so seriously by the people who made them. It's so
Escape the Planet of the Apes. It would be best digested at like 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Fucking like high off your ass.
it's a fun movie.
with Dorito dust on your shirt. I think that's the yeah, no, like I get what you're saying there.
It's interesting because it's interesting to shoot that series became like such a massive blockbuster series in the 2010s.
Yeah, they took it in that direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, Planet and then Battle. and now I know. So and then Kingdom, and then Beneath. Beneath
Okay.
definitely. Beneath still leaves me wondering what's next. Like Beneath, but Beneath still has like just this weight to it. Kingdom doesn't have any weight. Kingdom is fucking so floaty.
Yeah.
So then Kingdom, and then let's see what's left. Escape, Conquest, the original, the Caesar trilogy. Let's see. I think I'll go Escape. So right now it's between, I guess, Escape and Rise. As far as like the next two, I'm thinking. As far as like, I think
The two of the most different. Escape and War are probably the widest gap between these movies.
Escape and Rise is kind of what I'm between as far as like I guess honestly, I guess within this last viewing, I love the end of Escape as well. I think also Escape really does have like Roddy McDowall really starts to come into his own. The ending is super dark. It is really fucking funny. Like
Yeah,
it
it
is
is.
like the first half of it is just like
It's
a
a goofy
genuinely
ass movie. Yeah.
also, you know what?
And
Escape
then it gets
has
so dark and serious at the end.
Escape has a great villain too. Doctor
It does, yeah.
who's what's his name is
guy.
really good.
That guy's good.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll put not by much. I'll put Escape like just above Rise. I think from this point on we're in great movie territory, really.
Yeah.
Like this more than half of the movies in this franchise I would call great.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're
Oh
really
yeah, I'm a fan of this series now. I will say.
yeah. So it goes Rise, then just barely Escape. Just I think Escape just beats it a little bit. Rise is still really good. And then all that's left is Dawn, Conquest, and War. Oh, I know. Yeah. So I know. I'm curious to see how you rank it. Conquest is next. Conquest, it's great. Conquest is pretty much Conquest and Dawn are like have a lot of similarities, just in terms of like the beginning of this new era. Just like the way that what's interesting. It's the beginning of this new era, but the Caesars of each movie, the movies are quite similar, but the Caesars of each movie come to a different place at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Roddy McDowall's Caesar just kind of being all angry and almost taking on this like we will take the world for ape kind,
Yeah, honestly,
and
like-
our ideals and our society.
Yeah, if that speech hadn't been fucking changed right at the end, Conquest
Yeah.
might be like at the top of my list.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I can see that. When I think about it, whenever I rewatch the movie, I'm gonna turn it off as soon
Yeah,
as
you gotta.
they start adding that bullshit. Yeah, Conquest, and then Dawn, and then War. Before these three viewings, before these. Oh wait, no, and I forgot. I'm forgetting the original, Joseph.
Oh yeah, shit.
The original.
God,
Planet
we've
of the-
come so far.
We've come so
That's
far.
where this journey began, and I'm
little-
10 movies later.
Charlton Heston and his Stuart was a lovely girl. All that really feels so distant now.
It does. It was literally like a month ago.
But it is kind of like what I think. The reason why I'm thinking about it that way is because I think of every movie now in this franchise as a prequel to that original film.
Yeah.
Like I love the idea that like no matter what happens, destiny will make that is where the story will end.
Right.
Is kind of how I think about it now, and it's kind of so now. How do I rank? So okay, it's still in this top. Okay, Conquest. Okay, the War is definitely my favorite of the whole franchise. So it's between. So it goes Conquest, and then this next thing is going to be between Dawn and the original. That's tough. They're really different too. Between Dawn and the original. Okay, okay. I'm going to go Dawn and then original Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
And then War, and the reason why that is because the human element in Dawn sucks, like, or is mediocre.
Yeah.
The humans, whereas like Charlton Heston, Taylor's a great fucking character.
Yeah.
And then even though they're in the movie briefly, The beginning section with him dodging Landon, going through the desert, talking about philosophy, talking about humanity and stuff. All of that works really well. It's and it's just it's classic, nature. I think I as far as like, I think that the 68 Apes will stand the test of time slightly more than, like, it feels slightly more timeless than Dawn, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's a classic,
It's a classic. So so I put so it goes, and then War is number one. War of the Planet of the Apes just hits different. It's just it's the as the most serious take on this concept. It's the kind of pinnacle. So so I think from worst to best, it's Tim Burton, Battle, Kingdom, Beneath, Escape, Conquest, Dawn, Original, War. That's my ranking.
All right, that's a good one. I think mine's gonna be pretty similar.
I think Kingdom is probably going to be where we're most, because I enjoyed Kingdom way more than you did. Kingdom offended you.
Kingdom's actually at the bottom of my list.
Number 0.
Yeah, number 0 is Kingdom because I thought it was boring. Which this series should. It's just series is many things, but it should never be boring.
That's true. Yeah.
So that's why I have Kingdom, and then I have Battle as number 1 above 0.
Yeah.
Battle sucks and is boring. That Battle made me almost fall asleep while I watched it.
Yeah.
It's got some good Caesar stuff in it, but all in all, it's like the most forgettable one. And then the Tim Burton one, only at the ranking it has because it's interesting. Yeah, because it was directed by Tim Burton, essentially.
Yeah. It's got good designs. It's got memorable bits.
Yeah. And then let's see. Next one up.
You have Beneath, Escape, Conquest, and then the Caesar trilogy and the original.
I'm gonna say Beneath is next up. 2 sucks. It doesn't have a lot going for it. I don't like the direction that it takes. I don't really like anything about 2 except for the wacky ending.
Yeah.
And then probably. Let me give you a sec. I think Escape. No way. Actually. Well, I'm running out of them. You know what? I think the next one up probably is Escape for me.
Yeah.
Escape is good, but we're getting into the good ones, so now it's
we're getting into everything now is like
it's hard.
Pretty much great. Yeah.
I think, and then next up is gonna be.
You have
the original. I have Conquest, and then I have the
all the Caesar trilogy.
I'm gonna say next up is the original for me, which is like the surprise, the upset.
Interesting.
And I think that's just because it's I don't know. It is good, man.
But it doesn't quite reach the height.
Yeah, I think.
I guess I think that Conquest rates a lot higher for you than me. I think it's really because it seems like I think you enjoy Conquest way more than the original.
You're right. So next up is the original. The original's good. It might just be because it's so referenced and it's been around so long. It just feels kind of stale. And that's no fault of the movie, but this is I'm not a critic for the record.
Yeah.
I only speak on vibes.
Yes, this is a vibe reaction podcast.
Yeah, this whole podcast, I'm not a critic. I want to make that very clear.
I don't think I would tell folks at home, for the most part, I like, with the exception of one movie that we had to decide to turn down, that we had to decide to not talk about because it was so, in our opinion, objectively bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be objective about things. Like, if you like a movie that we don't like, that's fine. Every once in a while, we got a comment on one of our TikToks recently. Somebody said that we're a bunch of grumps.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll wear that. That's 100% true about me, actually.
Yeah, and I want to reiterate to people, like, we're here speaking our opinions of the movie, and for the most part, I feel like.
What was the movie, by the way? I'm curious.
Jumper.
I am a grump about Jumper. I'll give you that. But that movie sucks. So
it was our shit talking about Jumper. It's like, if you like a movie, if you like Jumper, Oh, Grumper. Grumper. Coming to a theater near you. Sounds like an SNL skit. But I just want to let you know, Joseph, and folks at home. I had that video essay about Planet of the Apes on. It's been over now. Now it's this is like a I'm watching right now. The video it's on now is like a breakdown of the Tim Story Fantastic Four movie.
Okay.
So it's like
Cool.
Fantastic Four shit. It's on the screen.
Nothing to do with what we're talking.
No. But yeah, no,
That's
folks
fun.
at home, like
Little
you're allowed to like
dissonance.
whatever you're allowed to like whatever you want to like.
I'm
like,
not a
we're-
critic or an expert. I just
if you happen to have similar tastes to us, we're for the most part, I don't know, just like we're basic. Throw samurai shit, we're probably gonna like it.
It's whatever. We're here for the vibes.
Yeah, the vibiness.
Yeah.
But
So I have the original
Yep.
above, whatever, and then I think right above that.
Above the original, you have Conquest and the Caesar Trilogy left, by the way.
Yeah. I'm thinking Rise is next.
Okay, cool.
Because Rise is good and Rise is always captivating, but to me it just doesn't. It feels very like screenwriting booky to me. Like it's very
Yeah, I get what
it's kind of by the numbers. It doesn't
Yeah.
really. Part of why I like this series is how weird and quirky it can be.
That it is the least quirky.
Yeah, it's the most wide appeal of this series, probably.
Every other movie in this
The
series,
least out there.
you could point out a scene in every other movie that is kind of like that. That makes you go, "What the fuck?" I'm watching monkey.
Yeah.
Monkey. That monkey's on a horse.
Exactly.
Right now. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, Rise is good. The next up is Conquest because Conquest is fun and it has is specifically Conquest, but you turn it off at that specific moment.
Yeah. Conquest will turn it off 30 seconds before it ends.
Yep. And then Dawn and then War, obviously.
Dawn and then War. Okay, cool. So so Dawn goes above Conquest for you. Interesting.
Yep.
Yep. And then so that really is it. Yeah, folks, check out all these movies wherever you can find them. They're not really on streaming services, but I do see.
Oh, they're on HBO.
They're on HBO?
The Caesar trilogy is okay. So two of these are on Hulu and two of these are on HBO because we live in a fucking hell world now.
Yeah, that's fucked with the thing with
Yeah.
that. As far as
Splitting up of properties.
if y'all live near wherever you're listening to, if you're in the Midwest or whatever, go to a Half Price Books, and I feel like I see my 6-movie box set the 6-movie Planet of the Apes box set around pretty decently. You can check that.
It's a
you
good
can find
one.
that.
Please get it. There needs to be. There's probably a full collection of all 10.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, probably not of the new one though. Probably not a Kingdom yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think that exists. I'm not sure.
Real bummer
But
if it doesn't.
either way, check them out. Except for, I guess at this point, the only 2 movies, not 2. I guess the only ones we're really not recommending are like, I think we both had, Kingdom, Tim Burton, and Battle all in our bottom 3.
Yeah.
I think literally the rest of them are all worth watching.
Put the 2001. Put the 2001 one on like on silent in a corner when you like have people on, and then people can look at the screen and go like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Oh, that's just the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes. Why is that? Why is that that monkey giving Mark Wahlberg fuck me eyes? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry. You don't want me to turn the sound on.
You don't need to know. Is that Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure. Check them out, folks at home. Let us know what your ranking is of these movies if you've seen all of them. And yeah.
It's been a long apey road.
It's been a long ape. These episodes. I think I want to release. I'm gonna release a mega ape cut of these 3.
Damn.
Of these 3 as one.
Could be fucking like 9 hours long.
It will just an epic.
We sure did talk about some monkeys in this series.
Want to just hear us talk about Planet of the Apes for 6 hours?
I don't know why the fuck you would, but more power to you.
Actually, each episode has been about 2.5 hours long.
That's
so
insane.
It's almost a work day's worth
Yeah.
of us talking about fucking.
We're
Planet
putting
of
in the real hours over here talking about these monkeys.
the Apes. Indeed, check them out. God, and then let's see. What are we gonna talk about next? We might take a little Christmas holidays are coming up. Maybe we'll take a little break.
Okay.
Fucking midnight movie game is a thing that's happening soon. Watch out for
True.
that. That'll be fun. What was I thinking earlier? It was a movie. I think at some point I don't think it should be the next one. You know what I think we should do next? I think we should do a kung fu movie or two.
Okay.
You know, I think we need
palate
like
cleanser.
a little Jackie Chan, a little something silly.
Yeah.
You know, I think
like
would be good, like a little something like that. And then I was thinking soon at some point I want to do the Neil Blomkamp movies.
Oh hell yeah!
So,
I've only seen Elysium and District 9.
District 9, Elysium, and Chappie. I've only seen District 9.
Interesting.
I have not seen.
I saw Elysium in the theater with my dad, and I remember really liking it, which probably means I won't like it now.
Maybe especially compared to District 9 and Chappie, yeah. Which is funny. Like here's the thing though. I loved District 9 when District 9 is actually a really important movie to me. It's actually one of like a handful of movies that made me really like want to know how movies are made.
Yeah. Then the way that movie was made is really interesting.
And then when Elysium and Chappie came out, I heard they were both mid.
Yeah. Honestly, Neil Blomkamp seems like the biggest like wasted opportunity in general. He was gonna make a fucking Halo movie.
Yeah, he was gonna make Alien 5, bro.
What the hell, man?
He was gonna make. There was a lot of.
If he had made Alien 5, we would have watched District 9 on this show already.
I think a lot of the reason I want to talk about Neil Blomkamp is because I want to do a lot of like. I feel like.
Give him a shot at making a fucking Alien movie, Hollywood.
We're gonna do a lot of like, damn, he would have made a good Alien movie as we're talking about those. But yeah, so I think the next episode we should just do a kung fu movie or something light, and then I think the Neil Blomkamp. Yeah, I think that's due in order, something like that. Maybe we could do a little Zatoichi episode. I'm looking at my Zatoichi box.
I haven't seen a single one. Did you end up watching all of them?
I haven't watched all of them. I still, I think I'm on 10 or 11. I haven't watched them in a while. It's not for any particular reason. Courtney has brought in Meadow, and she shaved.
Aw.
Yes. But what's it called? Yeah, so that'll be there in the future. Folks at home, thank you so much for listening again. I think we're going to wrap up. Go to midnightmoviegang.com. Buy a VHS tape. Only sold 3 so far. Yeah, please check those out. Check us out on whatever platform you're on. Stay tuned for all sorts of, and stay tuned for the new year. There's things coming in the new year. So
shit's happening over here.
Shit's happening. So have a nice night, and quit monkeying around.
You damn
dirty
together
apes.
strong.
Yep, apes nerds together strong. Good night, folks. Bye.
With child expectations and complexes which the police are searching for James Thomas, believed to be a number of things with him, and her partner is the horrible murder of Walter. Where's everybody that I'm here to go? Oh, please tell me where they've gone. Please tell me. Sorry, I don't know. How could I got in here? 3 tickets to Albany on 6 o'clock train tonight. What do you think? Special agent.